Oh, God. I need to put a link around. No, it's annoying. Okay. Link there. Uh, Hello! Oh, nice, Dorf. Nice. Nice. Just let me finish throwing the link around and we'll get this party started. Apologies, it's a little bit late. Apologies. I misplaced the fucking dongle for my headphones, so I had to cord. So I had to plug it in manually instead of using it wirelessly, so... Hello, Zana! Hello! Give the coast a moment to finish throwing the link around. We just need to slap it on the blue sky now, and we'll get this party started. Come on, biology, please stop trying to kill me just because I kicked up a little bit of dust trying to find the stupid dongle. Go slide to there. Where's my water bottle? Over there. That's not Latoria, that's Bianca's newest frame. You've seen that one already.
Good morning, Commandant.
Good morning, Lucia.
I hope that days like this
Head pat, head pat, head pat, head
when we
pat.
share each other's company will continue for a long time. We won't rest until we find a solution. Even if time fractures and the world seems bleak.
Okay, Lucia has been head patted. Give me that. First, we do the dailies. But you know, I have that frame. You've seen that. You've made frame. You've made jokes jokes about it. Oh, I'm assuming to the punishing virus. I'm assuming it's punishing virus bullshit. When in doubt, blame the punishing virus. When in doubt, blame the fucking punishing virus. Give me those. Wait, no. Well, yeah, I'm assuming it's just punishing virus bullshit because this is Lucia from we're technically here in the main storyline. Super Lucia is 24. Many chapters ahead. Many chapters ahead. Also, okay, it's probably nothing. The coast is probably going to be fine in the future. Probably, hopefully. Yeah, I'll do that shit later. Ah, fuck, give me a sec, just hitting things. Yeah. More I grab these one. Blah, 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 blah. You, no. Okay, so we know what the next frame is. Bad news. Liv is getting a new frame. I'm going to remind you what happened the last time Liv got a new frame. Liv is getting a new frame, and I'm worried. Worried. I don't fucking know. I don't know. I don't know, Dwarf, and I don't know, Dwarf. Also, that's not fucking Gora. That's Sharkspur. We've met that fucker. We've killed that guy. We killed that guy like what chapter did we kill that guy in? We killed that guy during the fake beach during the fake beach episode. I can't believe I forgot to do this. Coast dumb. We'll do that later. Floating over. Boop. Click. Game. Game, I'm going to hit you with a hammer. No. Let me dig up what the fucker looks like. Codex. Enemy manual. Bosses. No, I don't give it. No, I don't want to talk about them. Where? I'm not touching the spoiler ones. I just want to see the stupid shark. Where's the stupid shark? There. This is not a Gurabot. No. I still love how the super form just beats you with its fucking face. I find that incredibly amusing. I've also killed it a lot. I've killed this guy a lot. Anyways. Okay, past... I'm debating if I do... Well, I can't do the entire PPC tonight. Fuck it, Ice Team. Okay. Yeah, do my dailies, do my weeklies you can, then we'll get to the main storyline. Hello, horrible demon. We've killed you already. Let me re-kill you. And dead. Okay. Yes, that's his weapon. He beats us to death with it. That's always been his weapon. How did you just notice that, Santa? How? When those two were alive, that was in fact his weapon. He used that to command grab us and beat us to death. Full power ultimate. Freeze this bitch a bit more. Ah, shit, that's not the button I meant to press. Fuck it. Reball. And dead. Also, I'm pretty sure it depends on the handiness, Anna, so bonk. I bonk you.
Take the path the dead have forged.
Yeah, Wansi. Okay. But yeah, no pie. I'm not streaming pie tonight because, as I mentioned, I need to cook more for the current arc. I'm trying to set up a mystery arc, and that's a lot of work. And I need more time to make sure I can fucking do it right. I'm also part of why I'm taking time with the arc is to try and balance things out. Like I kind of need to be careful of how I do the whole mystery arc because the fucking horse has a goddamn scan visor.
I've got your back.
Xano, that's his weapon. He beats you to death with it.
There are many paths.
And dead.
Only one way this will go. On we go. Take the path the dead have forged and move beyond.
Okay. I did finish the fucking like that. And I did finish this, right? I'll do the fucking ice after. I'll do the ice after stress test, and but anyways, right. So I have acquired. I'm going to hit you for sticks in it. Anyways, I have acquired a new frame. Where is she? I thought I marked her. Durg, 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 Durg. I have acquired a Durg. All is just within the universe. I'm still working on her. She's not done yet, TM. But I have acquired a Durg. Yes, and I want to kiss her. She's very pretty. She is incredibly co-spate shaped. I don't know how else to put it. Okay, right. Is there anything else I need to do real quick? Eh, the coast. Are you really going to refer to it like that? The Coast Dragon Radar? That's her name. I don't think so. I don't think she's been introduced in the storyline yet. I think she's a later on character. I don't think she's been introduced yet, which is a shame because she's very pretty. Anyways, the creators. Head pat, head pat, head pat, head pat. 6 hours have passed since Han Ying met up with Spooner on the outskirts of the port. They've just arrived at the coordinates given by the cradle. How on earth did they manage to build a path on the side of a cliff? No signs of metals. A complex structure made entirely out of wood. Incredible. Judging from the architecture style, this must have been built before the Golden Age. These wooden structures have remained intact for hundreds of years. And I have yet to detect the punishing virus in high density. Apologies if you're picking up money. I'm scraping on the microphone. Give me a second. That is the that is the Never mind, I fixed it. Never mind. Okay, I slapped the fucking noise gate on the microphone. It appears to work. All hail OBS. Anyways, okay. Yeah, I don't think Veronica has been introduced in the storyline yet, which is a shame because she's very pretty. After this chapter, I'm going to go stare at her some more. Anyways. And I have yet to detect the punishing virus in high density. Even when the Nighter was still traversing the high seas, they still occasionally got attacked by the corrupted. In other words, well, they can no longer imagine a world without the punishing virus. How did they manage to elude it while being so close to the cooling metropolis? I don't think it's that. I don't think it's that one. The name. No, I don't think it's that one. I don't think it's that one. I am very sure it is not that one. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Coast throws rocks into your house. Shut up. I'm googling her name right now. Lives former. Give me a sec. I'm googling something. Da, 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 da. No, no. Her name is not Victoria. No, the other girl's. No, Liv's former commandant. The bitch's name is Vanessa, not Victoria. Xana. I throw rocks into your house. I throw rocks into your house. I throw rocks into your house. Anyways, I've heard that in addition to the Kaloon metropolis and the Niter, Kaloon rules over bigger lands, most of which are devoid of humans. The path up this mountain is rough and treacherous. Being isolated from the outside world is probably what's been keeping it safe from the virus. Seems like it's hard to evade humans than the virus. Spooner lets out a sneer. A crib by the name of Zero? Spooner, how the fuck do you know this? A crib by the name of Zero, the punishing was born. Since his birth, human blood has always been one of the various colors of blood that has been stained its swaddle blanket. chaos of bloodshed. Some have been seeking other colors, while others have been shipping away at the dark. Crimson Pool as they party like there is no tomorrow. 0. I don't think it's that one. I don't think it's that one, no matter how many times I have said the Punistic virus is like the Maverick virus on crack. Okay. I was hydrated. Before we reached the niter, Joe stopped and waited for me just outside the market. You hate humans? I don't hate humans, but I don't like them either. That's the plain truth. I don't want to have anything to do with them. Spooner shakes his head as he continues up the wooden path deeper into the mountain. There are no secrets in the Church of Machina. Most mechanoids have a pristine heart and pure mind. As Cervantes said, the Church of Machina was built on trust and unity. Members of the Church can confide in one another without reserve. But even mechanoids have their own past. By the way, this cradle, sir, has a peculiar taste. Peculiar taste? It just seems odd that a high-tech hacker organization would pick such a remote location to be their base. Feels paradoxical. That's probably part of the point to hide. Or they're anti-tech hackers. They might be anti-tech hackers. It's your first time in Kowloon, I presume? Correct. I've only heard about this place from others. This is how it works. For instance, for mechanoids like us, a place like this might be described as scenic. That would be an objective truth. But for the people of Kowloon, lamenting the passing of seasons amidst the beauty of nature is a habit that's ingrained in their minds. You mean that humans are often too blinded by their own emotions to see the objective truth of the place? That's an oversimplification. Unable to understand Hung Ying's words, Spooner shakes his head. Humans are always so complicated. It is something of a mystery. But you seem to understand it. Clear springs cascade over a tapestry of 1,000 cliffs. Winding trees weaving their greenery through a verdant kingdom vast. What? Sorry, just a poem I read somewhere. I can't think of a fitting way to describe this view off the top of my head. So, I recited a line from an ancient Kowloon text. I suppose it's supposed to express something very subtle? I guess you could say that. I've only scratched the surface of Kowloon's culture myself, but from what I've seen, Kowloon prefers to use metaphors and euphemisms rather than being direct in their expressions of emotions. Humans have a habit of concealing their feelings in their words. Ironically, though, their feelings are distorted when expressed through language. That's true. Language and words can introduce much more ambiguity than direct communication among mechanoids. And yet, there's much to lose if humans lose their language in writing. In Hung Ying's database in her memory cell, lines that could be used to describe the current scene number in the hundreds. Even the same space at the same time, descriptions of the same entity are, more often than not, different. In the writer's emotions, their hearts are buried deep within these elusive words. A gong? Ah, a bell. Wrong big thing that you strike to make big noise. Is that the sound of a bell? Soft chimes of a bell meander through the lush canyons. Teofeng's report did mention this chime. According to the civilians of return, anyone who sets foot on the mountain will hear this sound. Plus sightings of other supernatural beings along with lightning and thunder. Do you believe in those legends? I am just not ready to believe in them yet. Many of Kowloon's traditions have their roots in human reverence for the wonders of nature, along with legends that can no longer be verified. Even the stories you hear get weirder and weirder. Does it kill people when it strikes free? I'm betting it kills people when it strikes free. Okay, it strikes free and nobody dies. Maybe I'm wrong. Is that gonna stop? I don't think it's going to stop. The chimes can... I thought I heard something. The chimes continue to resonate between the cliffs. What appears in front of Hunging isn't depicting any of the Kowloon myths. Is it a demon? Is it... Huh. Holographic... What is the proper term? I know the proper term for this kind of bird starts F, but I can't remember what it is. It's not a phoenix. It's kind of like the equivalent, but it's not called a phoenix. It is a different thing. I just can't remember what it's called. Dead. Death by 1,000 cuts is very fun, especially when you can hit this out 1,000 cuts per second. This is gonna be a bitch. Those are getting up. Or are they? Damage on those mechanoids seems to be left by some kind of blunt weapon. A heavy one? I guess I'll meet them soon if I keep this going up. Bell sounds, and they get up. And damaged parts have been restored is because of the bell. I don't think a bell can do that. I'm betting this is holograph bullshit.
The dance ends. The crane sings.
Okay, dead. Okay, dude, dead. Enemies base enemies must be eliminated. Eh.
When the rain stops, wind will dust its falling. The forest flows, the water flows, the clouds divide. When the rain stops,
Out damage.
my stick.
Illegal.
The dance
Don't do
ends.
damage.
The
Die.
crane sings.
And explode.
Dust is falling. The horn blows winter.
Dead? There we go. Eat a slap. Ugh. I suppose this is a warm welcome for us then. Spooner punches through half of the face of an ominous stone line. The passage falls quiet once more. These mechanisms are quite old and severely weathered. Some even have moss growing on them. I've never seen a model like this, at least not on the Niter. I'm sure there's a reason for that. Spooner continues raking through the remnants on the passage as he passes hanging a rusted component. Described on the tarnished metal are two tiny lines of Kowloon's ancient script and numbers. It's impossible to decipher the letters now covered in rust. This should be the ID tag installed inside the mechanoid when it was first manufactured. That's probably what it is, but check the other side. Spooner flips the part in Honging's hand to reveal a bundle of colorful new wires. These were clearly added during a recent modification, and there were signs of older ones underneath. Not only that, but the modifications of each of these mechanoids look different. If all they did was modify, the scheme is rather crude. This must be the work of the Cradle. Maybe you can extract data about them from the memory cells, even if it's just information about this mountain. Yeah, it's like kind of like the Eastern equivalent to the Phoenix, but but it is in fact a different ass bird. I'm pretty sure the name I'm thinking of starts with an F. I think it's like Feng Huang, maybe. Let me Google it. I don't. Let me Google it. Let me see if I got the name right. Feng Huang. No, look, none of these mechanoids have an intact storage unit. Like storage unit, they all have a transmission device. No doubt about it, they're being controlled. The tool does not need to think. You asked me earlier whether I hate humans? I did, but I thought you might have your reasons, so I didn't push. Each member of the church has their own stories. As for me, I escaped from humans many, many years ago. In that arena, I was forced to fight mechanoids day in and day out by the owners of the ring. I was even forced to fight humans. The audience wanted nothing but bloodshed and flying wreckage, but that was my only chance of survival. Humans, I was nothing but a tool for them to satisfy their lust for blood. I want to hug the dog. I'm going to hug the dog. I'm going to hug the dog, and I'm going to hope Luna and Alpha killed those guys. I'm going to hope the guys responsible are dead, because they deserve to be dead. Dogfighting is fucked. Robot dogfighting is also fucked. Oh hey, the noise gate prevents me from you guys from hearing me on a drink. Good. Okay, some humans are dick, not all humans are dicks. Example 1, the Coles. Even now, some humans still think that way. The remains scattered here are the best proof. Spooner puts down the fragment in his hand and breathes out a heavy sigh. Mechanoids aren't supposed to have cognition, are they? All those years ago, my creator saw me as nothing more than a tool with no need for cognition. Your creator is probably from Kowloon as well. Correct. Do you remember your maker? I don't know his name, but I'm pretty sure I'd recognize his face if I saw him. Mechanoids don't forget. As long as we have a compatible storage unit, our memory will forever store the endless flow of time. Compared to mortals who inevitably forget, this is a rather cruel advantage. I was forsaken by my creator. I failed to meet his expectations, realize his wishes. I didn't even have a name. The day my maker left Kowloon, I was locked away, completely and utterly abandoned. That means he never recognized you as his creation. As Xavier once told me, a maker must name their creation. Apparently, that is an established rule among humans. That's why Xavier gives all sorts of bizarre names to each of his gadgets he's designed. A maker refused to name their creation, that would mean they do not recognize it as theirs. Violer never once acknowledged the meaning of my existence. I don't see anything bad about that. The meaning of our existence doesn't depend on our makers. I would say us, our creators, are just indelible codes from the past that were engraved in our memory cells. Nothing more, nothing less. It is true that I did not find the meaning of life from my own creator. Perhaps there really is a man-made beating heart in my chest. My maker wasn't my motivation to go out to look for a heart when I was ready to do so then. I presume this human by the name of Yo-Yo is your motivation? Well, I suppose. Did this Yo-Yo also give you your name? No. I found this title in an ancient Kowloon text myself. It wasn't even meant to be a name. I've never imagined myself to ever possess a name. But he told me that's my name, that it's a name that only belongs to me. That moment, for the first time, I truly owned something. Sounds like she means a lot to you. Hierophant once said that each mechanoid had two births. The first one is when it is assembled. That is the birth of the body. Second is the emergence of its consciousness at awakening. In that sense, no, do not skip the story. Maybe Yo-Yo was the key to your awakening. Hanging nods softly as he peers into the misty clouds in the distance, weaving through the rocky spires. Nonetheless, Violer, long may he rest in peace, is still my creator. The gazes at her hands, wordlessly questioning all the expectations and resentments borne by this body. I will never deny that. Sorry for reminding you of difficult times. I'm not very good at talking about profound topics like this. No, it's fine. You said so yourself. Every member of the church has its own unique story. What are you? Gentle smile, Honging nods. I just wanted to fulfill my past promise first. Nothing more. Because I am probably no longer welcome on the Niter, or Kowloon, anymore. Whether it is to pay the sage Machina for awakening me, or for all the help I've received from the church, I will eventually accept Arcana's invitation to contribute what I can. The Church of Machina welcomes you. Arcana would be overjoyed to hear that. Preface and say this, but I truly did feel at home at the Church of Machina. And besides that, I only ever felt that way when I spent time with Yo-Yo. We can talk about anything and crack jokes with no formality whatsoever or the need to guess what's going through the other person's mind. I suppose that's what family is like. Yes, exactly. Enveloped by the lingering mountain's fogs, Hongyin gazes at the place he once called home. Let us carry on so we can go home. I'm going to hug both of them. I'm going to hug both of them, and then I'm going to fish Violar's body out of the ocean so I can kick it in the deck. Why does this one have a warning signal? Game, what does that mean? Okay. Unseen POV. Okay, understandable. Hello, head pets. Hello, ominous crow robot of death. Caw. Click. A battered guardian staggers towards Vallejo. Long blade meant for slashing enemies. It's become a walking stick. A cold light flashes behind Bahalo just before the guardian is pierced through the chest by a spear. The light in its eyes slowly flickers and fades, till it shuts off completely and the weapon falls from its grip. My lady! I'm fine. The mechanoid didn't seem to have ill intentions. But it's neutralized now nonetheless. Thank you. We're just finishing off a few small fries from behind. Leo picks up the fallen sword that belonged to the Guardian. Cluster of debris from Kowloon mechanoids lays in front of her. All of these Kowloon mechanoids were hijacked, including the Guardians. This must be the Cradle's doing. By the way, this is the girl that Hongin calls Yo-Yo. Head pat her. She does good. But we haven't found any hackers. I mean, we haven't encountered anything except progressive mechanoids. As long as they are still hiding in this mountain, we will find them. Seems like they're not only kidnapping Kowloon civilians, but they've also been collecting mechanoids for their own use. And if nothing is done about it, they could become a threat to Kowloon. Roger that. We'll speed up our search for the hackers and the missing civilians. Wait. The long blade in Paleo's... No, stop trying to skip. The long blade in Paleo's hand is standard weapon for Guardian 1, designed to be durable and able to withstand attacks from all sorts of enemies. But this one is covered in rust, its edges marred with numerous chips. Any of you arrested since we got here yesterday? We haven't, not once our responsibility is to allow crew to protect Kowloon and its citizens. That won't do. Paleo puts the longsword next to the Guardian and, in a stern tone, starts speaking to the Paleo crew. Humans have limits. How are we supposed to keep Kowloon safe if you all work yourselves into pulps? We don't feel particularly tired, though. You don't need to act tough when it's just us alone. The head of the Paleo crew is about to say something, but swallows her words. Understood. Let's get some rest then. The dozen Paleo crew lined up along the passage quickly scatter, each looking for a comfortable spot to get some rest. I'll keep watch, my lady. I'll join you. Paleo leads her onto a tree branch hanging over the wooden passage, and they sit down together. Here they have a clear view of the narrow trail they took up the hill and the mountain ridges amidst the hazy clouds nearby. Paleo gets out a piece of candy and hands it to the girl sitting beside her. Just a little bit something to keep you going when you're tired. Thank you. Leia crew member peels off the wrapper and tosses the lime-colored candy into her mouth. Ah, this is super sour. Salted plum candy. Leia unrolls one for herself and chucks it into her mouth. Sour indeed. You always have candy with you when you go on missions. Just an old habit. But you don't need to eat candy for energy now anymore, right? She's a construct. I don't need to, but that doesn't mean I won't. Leia stares to the clouds, shouting the towering mountains as she gently swings her legs. You can't find a view like this on the Niter. Gulung may well be the last place in the modern world that still offers such a sight. I remember that when I was young, my father would tell me tales from lots of different places. Some were of desolate mountains, some of glamorous, magnificent cities, even railroads that could span an entire continent. They must have been to a lot of places. I'm jealous. But in the end, he left the Niter. He left the Niter alive and still very young. He roamed the world as a scavenger. I was raised by my mother. He only contacted us a few times in over a decade. Ah, I'm sorry. Nope, don't be. He probably doesn't even remember that he has a daughter. As long as you still remember him, you'll see him again. Leo flashes a bright smile and gives your companion a few pats on the shoulder. You always hold on to the belief that one day we will be reunited with the ones we hold dear. We will. Give me a second. Sorry, just biting my... I know you guys can't hear it because of the OBS, but there's a little... My headphone is now making noises when I move my head because it's got a cord and it bugs me. I need to find the goddamn dongle. I'll dig it out later. I'll dig it out later. It's probably going to the fucking computer. My bad. The fog thickens just as the candy in Cleo's mouth melts away and vanishes. Did you manage to get some rest today? I took a quick nap around noon. Okay, I'll let you take over then. Waking up right away if anything comes up. Copy that. No sooner has... I fucking hate flies. Give me a second. There we go. I turned on my face and a fly shoved itself at my face and I didn't like that. Back on topic. No sooner than she had laid down on the dead branch than the distant echo of a bell began to resonate through the valley. Dong, dong, dong. Alert, alert! This is the same sound we hear every time before the enemy attacks. Come on, not even going to let us rest now. Leo Kalong, prepare to fight. Is that the sound of the bell? She is very cute. Enemy spotted, my lady. Get ready. She is very cute. Tiny, cute. I'm pretty sure she hits really fucking hard, because I think she's a uniframe. Okay. If I remember what her gimmick is, how do I do it? Anyways, her gimmick is she fucking you catch and throw her weapon and it does a shit ton of damage. Ah, there we go, got them all. Let's keep going. With me, my mooks. It's time to do more violence. Ah, so this must be the mech noise that, That's a lot of enemies, I don't like that, please kill them. Okay. Head pat the tiny boss. We'll be watching here, please go up the mountain. There we go. Absolute murder. Okay, right, yeah, we catch it, right. We catch her fucking weapon with the up. Right, we catch the weapon with the orbs, not the basic attack. I keep forgetting that. May the heavens stand unchanging. 3 o'clock up. 3 o'clock up the rock face. They're closing in. Up there, right above us. Strike them down, strike them down. May fate unfold in a gentle sway. Back into formation. Passage. They're destroying the wooden passage. Watch out. Shanai, hold my hand. No character there. Spiritual peaks, may you find your way. It's so cold. I don't want to die. Don't let go. Hold on. Quick, hurry. Please, let the bleeding stop. That would do. Get the soldering iron. We gotta seal it off. May you, dear one, find well-being's embrace. I think so. This is the girl. I think the bad guy showed up and I'm pretty sure constructs have not blood in them. Dwarf, let the coast explain. Let the coast explain. Due to the whole if you give a construct dysphoria, they go fucking crazy thing, and the need to have like oil and shit in a robot. Constructs have not blood, and it bleeds and it can in fact bleed. That's what they're referring to, I'm pretty sure. My lady, yes, casualty check is complete. 3 killed. The 2 severely wounded are being attended to. I see. It's Sanai. We will find her on our way down. No, we have to. Yes, understood. Let's get some rest now. Copy that. After giving out the instructions, Vallejo leans against a wooden pillar outside the corridor alone, digs out another piece of salted plum candy from her pocket. Takes her 3 tries to get the wrapper off with her fingers still trembling. Is she feeling exhausted? For a brief moment, she's on the verge of tears, but she manages to hold them back. Tosses the candy into her mouth and falls in a deep slumber next to heaps of wreckage, surrounded by the cold mist amidst the verdant peaks. Check on the nighter. Oh, hey, look, it's past hanging. Xana, pretty girl. Xana, pretty girl. Xana, pretty girl. Pretty girl. Waves the pretty girl to Xana. Waves pretty girl to Xana. Waves pretty girl to Xana. Xana is alive. Good. Here, hold your hand just a bit higher. Right here. 1, 2, 3. Keep your eyes in your hand like this and lift slowly. Up to here. Got it? Here, I'll show you. Yearning for winter's touch. Atop snowy peaks, snow dances. Your eyes and hand have to move together, except for this last line when they have to part. Don't look back, Heya. Don't look back. The key to this dance is that you can't look back. Let me try again. Good. Practice makes perfect. Huh? You guys are still here? It's getting late. Yoyo's entrance exam is coming up the day after tomorrow, so I'm helping her for practice. Oh my, don't be so harsh on your little sister. See? She's sweaty all over. I'm not done yet. I want to practice some more. But I mean, hanging, we can let her in without a test. You just put in a word for her. Everyone knows how you've been taking care of us for all these years. No, because I'm noticing you if she just puts in the hard work. That goes to show that you two really are sisters from the same mother. Good luck then. I'll be off. Remember to take a break. Uncle Kai saved some food for the two. Remember to go see him before you head back. Thank you very much. What did the food taste like that evening? It's the taste of being a human. Uncle Kai! Oh, Yo-Yo and Hunging. Quick, sit down. Sorry for keeping you waiting, Uncle Kai. Oh, don't worry about it. I need to head on night patrol anyways. Plenty of time to save some food for you. We got some spicy bowl of fish, white cut chicken, eggplant with minced pork for dinner tonight. Wow, smells amazing. It's a whole lot of food. Saved a lot for you. A few hungry bears tried to ask for some, but I said no. Thank you, Uncle Kai. Oh, kids need to eat more when they're growing bones. Yummy. Glad you like it. Going to head out for my patrol now. Enjoy your meal. Bye, Uncle Kai. Thank you. Slow down on your joke. How are you feeling? I'm fine. Work on the basics and make anyone tired. My muscles are just a little sore, but nothing that can't be solved with a table of yummy food. You'll feel better after taking a hot bath when we get home. Here, have some of this. Okay. I've never tasted anything like the meal that night ever since. Ever since that night, I've never seen her smile again. Hugging. Uh-oh, the issues are popping up. Because Kaloon does not have Mind Beacon tech. Their construct tech is canonically behind Babylonia's. That's part of why they kind of ate shit back during the whole Kaloon War arc. Because Luna in the Ascension game could just point at them and go, punishing virus in your bones. What? And then they were full of punishing virus and couldn't do shit about it. Construct tech. I think Construct tech would involve more dragons. It's just a dream. Leia moves her mouth around through this. Only the salty plum candy is already melted, leaving a sweet flavor with a tinge of sourness and bitterness. I don't know if she's a construct. She might be a member of the Church of Machina. Coming to the site are the same lush mountains, the same chilly fog, and a path forward that seems to have no end. Now let's try the over POV. Do I have to fucking... Oh, can I not go to the unseen POV because I don't... Grumbles at the video game. Better not have story in there. Anyways. Let me just real quick. Derg. Ready. That is all. Derg pretty, that is all. She goes on the physical team too. She's Alyssa's replacement. Also, yes, I stuck her in the summer skin. Why? Funny. And also because I don't have the my favorite skin for her, the edging on the skin. I don't have that, despite how good it looks. Anyways. Game, what are you yelling at me for? She is very pretty. Oh hey, a new recording for Discord that should make the Xana explode. Let me just Xana, blow up, explode, blow up. I command you, blow up. Blow up. Kuro loves their references. A K reference like that was inevitable. Plus, you have to admit, they might not be practical, but scissor blades are cool as fuck. What does the alternate weapon look like? Edgy as fuck. Okay, Xana has been exploded. Question and answer. We're here again. We're just going around in circles. Luna crushed the pebble he placed on the eaves himself 2 hours ago. Now the trails here are more complicated than they seem. Your friend might be as lost as we are now on this mountain. We haven't seen any trace of Yo-Yo for a while. Over there, hanging! Following Swinner's figure, she sees it. Over the wooden passage just around the cliff, it's a silhouette of a hunched-over figure. A human? Yeah, we haven't met a single human since we entered the mountain. One appears exactly when we find ourselves lost. What are the odds, huh? What do you think? This could very well be a trap set up by the cradle. But we've been going on round in circles on this mountain for a while without any lead. So we're going to have to give it a try, even if it's bait. You cannot give your hands on a tiger cub without entering a tiger's den. Why would you steal a tiger baby? That's a bad idea. I don't quite understand the Kaloon's saying, but fine. I'll leave the talking to you. I still find it difficult to interact with humans. Fadooch. Very slowly pulls out an oversized shotgun. Dorf, this looks like the fuckwad from Symphogear. Dorf, this guy looks like the fuckwad from Symphogear. Yeah. You see it, right? You see it, right? You see it, right? Yet in the midst of their discussion, the hunchbacked old man walks straight past Moon and hunging as if he cannot see them. Sir? Oh, my apologies. My ears and eyes are failing me. Not soul enough, though. I do not think Kazanari bolster genetics would function in the PGR universe. I don't think those would work. Oh, my apologies. My ears and eyes are failing me. I'm Miku. Nice to meet you, Tom. Do you live on this mountain? You could say that. It's just a mountain with a tattered temple. Could you tell us what exactly happened here? Do you know anything about the cradle? Hello, Mon! Hello, Mon of the coast suffering. I welcome you. I welcome you into my domain. And have you seen a little girl? You sure have a lot of questions. Take it easy. The old man rushes off some dirt on a rock nearby and leans against it. Chill distance away from the top of the mountain, it wouldn't hurt to take a break here. I mean, I feel like it would be Outland. It would. Dante is explicitly from another universe, and two, when Dante and Virgil showed up, Babylonia was literally going, please let us take, please blood samples? No. Please, no. Please, no. Please, no. Please, no. Please, no. Like, on loop like 50 times in the background. Like, Kazanari genetics would, at the absolute least, if an equivalent was to exist, well, would not be natural. They'd be some dumb fuck playing around with with bioengineering in the world that has the punishing virus. I know. I'm so fucking excited for Rosetta to be finally getting a new frame, and it's an updated version of her centaur form. I am so fucking glad for that, and I'm so excited. Also, hello, Well. I send hugs in your way because you're awesome, and everyone here deserves hugs. Anyways, what do you want, funny old man? Spooner grows alarmed hearing the old man's words. Wait, how did you know we were heading to the peak? I don't suppose my guess was wrong, though? That's where people go when they visit the mountain. It's been that way since only heaven knows when. You have no reason to believe me, but I'll answer whatever questions you might have. I'm not a shoot kind of girl. The coach would much prefer to wear a nice, pretty dress that I could fit a shotgun under. Well, here you go, Honging. I'll be hanging around for recon. Hit me up if you ever need anything. People from Kowloon sure have an interesting way with words. Casting a look at Honging, Spooner steps over to the other side of the passage. Honging, that's a great name indeed. Now, let's see. What happened up here up the mountain exactly? We haven't run into anyone but you the entire way coming up. Well, let's just say some people showed up here uninvited. I don't know her name. What is her name? But yes, gun. But yes, guns under the dress. Good. Guy being rude. Pull a gun out from under the dress and hold it to his head. Remind him that the guy does not have powers. Okay, is the girl from GFL called Agent, or are you saying the old man is an agent? Cause Agent is a term in PGR for the super ascendants, like Luna. Okay. I had to check. I had to make fucking check. I suppose that's the cradle? Correct. They came a few decades ago and took over the mountain temple. Mountain, it's always been here, but except they showed up, and I suppose the temple will still be here in a few years when they're gone. You seem quite familiar with them. Well, I learned a few things here over the years as a janitor. And what I just told you, I learned from people. Is there anyone else here? Nope, all long gone. Oof. I give the dwarf an oof. Nope, all long gone. I was just wondering if you've ever seen a kid here, 15, 16 years, wearing a white cape. I don't think it's someone I describe as a kid. I suppose you've seen her then? I saw her a while back when she passed by in a rust, leading a group of people. Looking like a boss, carrying a giant axe and all. Pretty sure that was her. This is Miku, as he points to the passage just behind the cliff. And I'm sure that was her because she was just like you. Like me? Right. That you're both trapped in the dark and throwing yourselves at fire. People are after the delusional wisps that the cradle created, and the girl is after the delusional consequence cradle left in its wake. And you're no different. But I didn't come seeking an illusion, though. Is she whom you really came looking for? Sticking his hand to the shade of the tree by a rock, Miku comes up with an apple. I will go away. Have you any idea why this mountain is called Mount Huayu? I have no idea. The mountain didn't used to go by that name, till a little over a millennium ago when a poet by the name of Householder Changwu passed away here. Legend has it I was just passing by when she decided that this was where she was going to end her life. And so the mountain was named after her. But a name is just a name. What matters lies beneath. Could you shed some light on that? There are things that even mankind struggles to wrap our heads around, and it'd be unreasonable to ask robots to do the same. In the background, Spooner is picking up a rock to chuck at this guy. Still, be it humans or mechanoids, we're all emotional beings that belong to the world. But, I see you in I see you in the I see you in the jail. I will now eat you. Munch. You have been eaten by the coast, never to see the light of day. Die. Perish. Be forgotten by all, including the divine. The coast has a very good reaction speed. This might be hard to believe, but it's true. So there will come a day when we understand things that we once struggled to understand. Strange how there isn't a single apple tree up on this mountain, no? Give me a second, I need to grab something. Shut up, I know there's no phone connected, because I plugged you in with the McFucking cord, because I can't find a dongle. Shut up, headphones. Anyways, the idea of throwing hands at the dwarf does sound, in a video game, does sound incredibly amusing. You are aware I would treat you like a Dark Souls boss, right? Right? You are aware I'm going to Souls boss you, right? Right? With it, the man passes the apple in his hand to Honging. I'm sure it's tasty. Of course, it's fleshy, soft, and sweet. But is this really an apple? It could be. Well, it still is at the very least. Looking every bit as real as an actual apple, emitting a fresh fruity tang, the fruit simmers with tantalizing red. What the fuck? Okay, I'm assuming okay, that's another point in the table for stupid goddamn hologram theory. Oof, that is an oofdorf. The answer to that is very simple. I am already haunted by the mold. If I start streaming the funny Warframe game, the funny Hat Simulator game, the mold is going to double haunt me. Consider. Triple haunt me. But before she knows it, the apple. I think Mon. I think no. I'm pretty sure. I think Mon's. I'm assuming is referring to Warframe. But before she knows it, the apple seemingly had defied all common sense, has grown into an enormous maple tree. Before it wilts and shrinks into a tiny little seed, all in the blink of an eye, lying quietly in her hand. I'm assuming hologram bullshit. Well, that's just impossible. Is this some sort of illusion? I think so. Birth and death. Everything there is in this world experiences the cycle. Can you stop giving Coans and answer the question before I have Spooner hit you with a rock? But it doesn't happen at the speed in the real world, which means... This is all a dream. Honging his eyes upon him, the man, about saying a word, looks back at her with a gentle smile. How did he even get here picking up a single Alright. Wait, is this because of the cradle? That would be correct. And then take it the same happened to Yo-Yo too? She passed by here 3 days ago, taking the path right up ahead. About getting lost? They seemed very interested in her. They drew her towards the peak with a very straightforward path. Okay, so they traveled the entire goddamn mountain in holographs in philosophical holograms for shits and giggles. Understood. They seemed very interested in her. They drew her towards the peak with a very straightforward path. They as in the cradle? The man shakes his head, not answering Honging's question. Well, is there a way I can find her and leave this place then? That's where people go when they visit the mountain. Spend that way since only heaven knows one. Give me a second. I need to figure out a way to point at this man. Please hold. Please hold. I'm trying to figure out how to point at this man. Please hold. Fuck it, I'll use my cursor. This guy is a bot. Past the peak, you'll find the answers you'll need and all the questions you have. Can I help you with anything else? What are you going to do? What do you think this old man is going to do? Die! We came across the modified mechanisms the entire way. We didn't see a single human being until we met you. Granted that this was all a dream, why are you telling me this, though? I really trust you. That's for you to decide. Truth is but in the eye of the beholder, for a rose by any other name would smell just as sweet. The man reaches for Saint Hunging's hand and takes it. Let me keep the seed for you, Lord. Let me keep the seed for you for now. We'll cross paths again. And here they are. The old man's body begins to digitize. What the fuck? Hunging! God damn it, the man was... Okay, so the guy was a hologram too. Of course the guy was a hologram too. Why wouldn't the guy be a hologram too? Fucking illusionist. Fucking illusionist. Illusions are a pain in the ass to deal with. I've been keeping an eye on the scene the entire time, so I waste no time rushing up the Hunging. Except when he gets there, the man who's been sitting on the rock is nowhere to be seen. I'm fine, Sooner. Totally knew we were up against something. This place isn't real, if what the man said was true. What do you mean? The man... So what happened here can go beyond our understanding of how things work in the real world. And we might have walked right into this trap that the cradle set up from the get-go without knowing it. I gather that means we're in some sort of virtual world? I know how crazy that sounds, but I think that is what's happening. There's no way to prove it one way or the other, though. The entire thing's been a trap from the get-go. There's probably a place where reality and virtuality bleed into each other, like in a dream. How the fuck did they do that? Does it count as a dream, though? Because, theoretically speaking, mechanoids don't dream. Our newest records run on a minimum power, so the closest thing we have to what humans would call a dream. Have you never had a dream? Never. I'd been in one myself, until Sage woke me up from it. All those days that Yo-Yo and I spent together in the night seem like a dream to me from yesterday. Mechanoids and dreaming. Now that's unheard of. Everything seemed real in that dream. All I knew was just a dream somewhere deep down. Hell, I wasn't able to wake myself up from it. Well, I guess it's more like I didn't want to. Had you ever seen Sage before then, or any of her work? Never. The only thing I'd ever heard about her was that she was able to enlighten mechanoids and give us what they call a heart. Which means you awoke solely by living with that little girl, without ever having met the Sage. Mankind's records say that dreams show one's consciousness very vividly. The only one who's seen as awakened that will become aware of the self, and with that realization comes consciousness. And that consciousness, in other words, is the heart. That is the heart. The first one I came across, the church describes her consciousness as a dream. It's something we've only heard of a handful of times from the Sage herself. Sooner's words seem to be pointing at only one thing now. If you truly had awakened at that point, then that's when you had a heart. That's what Cervantes said to me too, back at the church. Except, I have no idea how to prove that. Arcana had no way to prove this part that they call the heart. Or, maybe that's not something that needs to be proven to begin with. Sooner shakes his head in confusion. I haven't quite wrapped my head around all these just yet. But do you trust that man? What's worse, he might just have been something the Creator tried to bait us with. I don't think he's fabulous given his peaceful, insightful tone. And there was something that he was intentionally leaving unspoken throughout the entire conversation. Yeah, he was implying there was a goddamn third or fast party at play here. We got him the Cradle, Honging and Spooner, Leo and her guys, and whoever the fuck they is. Strange indeed. Cradle could have just turned this place to a maze and never let us leave, had they really wanted us to suffer. Except the man said, truth is but in the eyes of the beholder. Xana, this is not the Velvet Room. Xana, it is not blue. This is not the Velvet Room. No, this is not blue. This is not the Velvet Room. And that to me sounds like we can make our way out of here with whatever path we think would be able to get us out of here. That's all we need to do to get out of here? I mean, that sounds almost too easy to me. really want a dream, then I guess it wouldn't hurt to try and get a little more imaginative. Where's the path we were just now on? This way, along the cliff and to the left. Taking a step forward, Honging sets foot again on the same path as he's been through only way too many times. Been through the path countless times already. Let's just give it one more try. Is the joke that the Cradle are just fucking a robot racist and they just don't think Mechanoids can do that? Is that why they're doing it? Are they just fucking racist? I'm betting they're just fucking racist and we're going to beat the shit out of them for being racist. Anyways, Coach will be right back. Coach has acquired munchies. No, do not eat the coast. Do not munch the coast. The coast is not edible. Do not devour the coast like Kronos devoured his children. No, bad. You sticks. No, do not eat the coast. Sound of a bell continues to linger in the mountains. The previously faint and muffled chimes have now become distant. Obstacles the two have passed the halfway point. This is the fourth time. The sky begins to darken. Vegetation thriving. The foothills gradually turn from a luster green to a subdued grey-yellow as they ascend. After breaking out of the loop passage near the mountain's midpoint, Hong Ying sees a brand new path continuing to appear in front of herself, leading the two into a landscape painted in autumnal hues of yellow and red. Along new pathways, endless streams of mechanites also appear out of nowhere to hinder the travelers. The bell is probably a sound signal that someone is using to control these mechanoids. Developing in the wooden passage are clouds of snow-white mist. 1,000-tree woodland stands ahead, yet all are withered and rotting. Funny how fighting in a virtual world can really tire you out, huh? Do you need the rest? I'm fine, but we've been coming up a few meters up since we left the place we have been able to get out of, no? God only knows how much longer it's going to take before we reach the peak. According to the info we received when we left, this mountain is supposed to be a 2000er. Which means we've come only halfway. Yes, but it's been about half a day since we got here. Hong Ying has been on edge since you ran into that man. They are interested in her. Why did the creator try to bait Yo-Yo into coming here? From within her memory chip, her past pains her. It was on that fateful day years ago that the Cradle threatened Yo-Yo into carrying out that contemptible mission. And that's what cost Yo-Yo her memory. Long for her right as a human being, turning her into a construct. This is going nowhere. Shut up, evil bell of ominous. Nope, hanging there's There isn't around you. Watch out! Oh, that's not good. Spooner's body gradually dwindles at disintegration lines of data, leaving the sound of a few fragmented words. Spooner! Aang tries to have no to avail to get a hold of the disappearing Spooner. With it, he sees that her hand is disappearing to the setting sun, too. The server is going nowhere. That's why I'm here to give you a boost. Now you only yourself to count on to find the answer to your question. Is it time for more violence? It's time for more violence.
The music has started. Time for our entry.
Oh goddamn! It's a fake ass niter. Is it time to traumatize the robot with the shadow of her past? It's time to traumatize the robot with the shadows of her past. Head pat. Yo-yo, and the niter. Is this another dream? Nope, this isn't the real niter either. But why are there two strange butterflies around her? What? Wait. Those butterflies are blue. Wait. Kuro, what the fuck are you son of a bitches doing? Kuro, what are you fuckers doing? Are you introducing the wife and... Are you introducing the fucking wife into McFucking with the wife's fucking PGR counterpart with this? Excuse me? Open the hell door. I assume this is the hell door. Fuck off! Are you fireman or are you PGR storekeeper? Answer the question or I pull out the big gun. Flying does not answer the question. Bastard insect, answer the question. I'm threatening you for shotgun. That way. Gotta go fast. Faster, faster, faster. Hello, fuckboys. I'm going to promote you to death.
The water flows, clouds divide. Dust is falling. The horn blows winter. I need to steady my stance. When the rain stops, the dance ends, the crane sings. Dust is falling. The horn blows. I need to steady my stance.
The butterfly has appeared again. Butterflies related to Yo-Yo can also be the key. You're leaving this place. Apologies, hiccuped. And she's up there. Anyways, Zen, are you going to do that every time we have to deal with this kind of bullshit? I assume you are. Ooh. Understandable. Have a nice day. Bastard butterfly, go fucking faster. And now we go over there and we kill more fuckers? Okay. But, the coast is considering a bad idea.
I need to steady my
Yes, give me a second. Well, it's a very bad idea, and I'm probably not going to run. I'm probably not going to do it for like ever. But basically, just a spheres game where I'm ow, damage. Where players do not get to use the magic spheres. I'm just going to see how that goes. Part of the brain is curious seeing how that goes. Besides, badly. Probably not going to do it because it still just sounds like a bad idea, but it is a intriguing bad idea. Another butterfly. Seems the butterfly in the stream is related to Yo-Yo indeed. Even the Yo-Yo here is nothing more than an illusion. Yeah, like I said, bad idea. I said it was a bad idea for a reason, though. Head to the stage in the center of the niter. Boss fight? Ow.
I need to steady my stance.
Is that fucker? Oh no, you're invisible.
The water flows, the clouds divide. Dusk is falling. The horn blows winter.
Death by 1,000 cuts.
Dusk is falling. The horn blows winter. The dance
And I'm going to take your HP. It no longer belongs to you, it belongs to me.
The water flows, the clouds divide. I need to steady my stance.
Oh, it is? I thought that was a sphere of magic. I thought that was a magic sphere. Huh. I'll need to double check, but I could have sworn that was one of the spheres of power, not one of the spheres of might. Okay, halfway point. Okay, we might be able to finish this tonight. I'm good. A poem of machines. Start from the beginning. I can't believe the crow destroyed the passage up the mountain. It was quite a journey. Oh my god. Fucking gremlin. Was cool. This is the Sekiro temple. The Kratos base will be right ahead. I have to hurry. Dwarf, this is just a fucking... This is the goddamn Sekiro temple. I know what goes on in this place. And bad things go on in this place. Camera. Thank you. Bad things happen here. Huh? Who's there?
It hurts.
Person disappeared? Is this some sort of trick? No, not this shit again. No. Oh, god damn it. Choosing the wrong opponent. Get lost. Yeah, I know to watch out for yellow monks and also fucking centipedes. I also know to watch out for fucking centipedes. Why the fuck all of a sudden? Man. Eat this. Die. Why is someone here? Oh, wait, there's a lyrics there. Why am I back to this place? And what's with this outfit? I don't know why they decided the right solution is 500 pounds of mindfuckery. We're gonna kill them for it. Punch, eat these hands. Maybe just so there's a might sphere for healing? I'm not sure. Okay, which way do I go? Oh, there's more. Does it have it might just be so there's a might sphere of healing, maybe? I'm not sure. Stop spawning! Stop spawning! Can I go here, or are there more? Ah, stop spawning! Let me kill you!
I'll try my best.
Okay. If I can't go to switch, just go another way. Why is the path short? Is it my illusion? Oh, guy about to jump. Enemy hiding over there. Sneak attack, huh? It's pointless if you can't hit me. A stone lion? God, that's fucked. Why does it have an Adam Smasher head? Oh crap. Come on! Why is it God damn it, why is it a fucking Adam Smasher thong? Ow, oh god damn it, no. Oh god damn, oh, I'm getting game. Ow, fuck. Okay, if the thomp and fucking no, stop shooting. Ow, oh god, no, ow, oh, come on! Okay, if I get shot, they're going to combo me into the fucking swamp. I do not have enough time to read what's in the fucking fog lines. It's probably some, but it looks like more vague bullshit. Hello, I'm about to get. And a big smack for all of ya. Guess we're done here. I have to go up right now. Okay, am I going to get thrown back out again? I don't think the fog lines are full of coasts. No, just because it's swollen light does not make it a coast. Girl, you good? Ow. Just what is going on here? Voice. What the fuck? Is that the goddamn fucking thomp again? It is. Fuck. Do we get to beat it? Oh, hey, no, look, flashback. Pinky swear. I need you to swear, promise made, a promise kept, a promise of 100 years. When Hanging opens her eyes once more, she's no longer on the deck of the Niter, nor is she standing on the passage she was on. She's now standing on an unfamiliar cliff. This is a different dream. Hanging is so clearly done with this bullshit, and I am in a mood with her. The sight of the Niter cannot be more familiar, but she knows that there's yet another dream. At the end of the long avenue, she did not reach out to hold Yo-Yo's hand. Yo-Yo should have turned around and smiled at Hanging at her sister. But Hanging never saw her face. Fear, guilt, worries, sorrow. Hanging is unsure what exactly is holding her back. Yo-Yo. Spooner! Hey! Falling away from the distorted data signals, Spooner appears next to Hanging. His eyes look much more solemn than before. They remain transfixed on the path ahead. Did they fucking shove the dog back into the goddamn dog fighting ring? That's it. We're killing Cradle. We're killing them slowly. I'm going to peel them open and snap off their heads like they're fucking Kit Kat bars. And then we're going to paint the temple red with their blood using their corpses as the brushes. That was yet another dream, right? Yes, Hanging, I think the person I am looking for might be on this mountain too. You mean the friend you spoke of? Yeah. The dream I just now, I saw his silhouette. Saw the violence from the night when we made her escape from the fighting ring. And I saw his name. You'll see. Only his name. Did you see him? We might have already met him earlier. Sooner shakes his head. Still wearing a stern expression, he falls into deep thought. No, I only remember his name. I didn't see him. Ulysses is a name given mighty humans from the fighting ring, a name just like, well, Spooner. He was the one who rescued us from the endless bloodshed. He led us through the gates and saved every mechanoid from that ring. We couldn't see each other's faces clearly that day because of the pouring rain. We only had time to quickly learn each other's names before we scattered to avoid being captured by our pursuers. Just now, as if I returned to that night. Well, I feel like I traveled back to the night from the past, too. I saw things that might have to do with Yoya, but I didn't see Yoya herself. Choose self-destruction due to a logic error in their neurocircuit. Mechanoids off for death regrettably or beyond rescue. Hanging recalls what Cervantes said to her about mechanoids that died from self-destruction. All the mechanoids that chose to self-destruct had ended up in a recursive loop of self-contradiction. Dreams like these are specific to learn a fine line between reality and illusion for mechanoids. That was only a dream, so it can't be real, even if it did happen in the past. This virtual reality we're trapped in right now is something like a dream, too. Hanging frantically sinks Spooner's body, trying to help him snap out of his endless thinking as seems to be a black hole that's sucking him in. This is what indeed I've never dreamed before. But there must be a reason. Yeah, it's called the Cradle's trying to mindfuck you. Don't let them mindfuck you. Paint the walls red with their blood. You told me that your friend ended up in Kowloon, right? Yes, but that's just what I heard from some of the mechanoids. My sixth sense tells me he's here, though. Hanging pauses for a moment, but swallows what he's about to say. Judging from all the mechanoids they met on their way here, if Spooner's friend did enter this mountain, his chance of survival is slim. And up to this point, Hanging has yet to lay her eyes on another humanoid hybrid mechanoid like Spooner. I'm sure we'll find Ulysses, if he's in the mountains. Oh, how are you two faring? Oh, an old rubber voice enters their ears. It's the goddamn old man again. Hi, old man. Hi, old man. Are you Ulysses? Is that the twist? Is that the twist? Is Ulysses a human and is it you? Is that the twist? Is that the twist? I'm going to Google Miku and see if that means anything. I'm going to Giggle Miku and see if that means anything in Chinese. Please hold. Please hold. Give me a second. I'm Google translating. Oh, I don't want Chinese. What, a flintlock? I don't think this is now. I don't think this is now. I don't think this is the demon of the sixth heaven. I don't think this is the demon king of the sixth heaven. Kalong is more China than Japan. So I don't think it's. I don't think we need to worry about fighting fucking Otogawa PGR edition. I don't think he's. I don't think he's that guy. I don't think he's that guy from Sekiro. I don't think he's that guy from Sekiro. You know why I think he's not that guy from Sekiro? Dwarf, if he was that guy from Sekiro, he would have been Shanghai into becoming a construct. It cannot be a Nezuko XP because if he was, they would have Shanghai'd him into becoming a construct in order to get a super unit. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? I assume that both of you have found the answers you are looking for? Who exactly are you? Marvelous question, but I am sure you know the answer already. In the dream just now. Sometimes the answer doesn't matter as much as the question you raise. Might be agonizing to have a question with no answer. Having an answer of a question is have nothing but a void. Did you make us enter those dreams? That's one way to see it. Which means that you control this entire virtual space. No, I have yet to gain that kind of authority. The Cradle doesn't let anyone but themselves possess that kind of power. After all, they are a group of chilling or unwilling to submit their fate into the hands of others. Who in the world are you? The power to make us dream, but your methods differ significantly from the Cradle's. Surely I have told you before that I am just a frail old man. Then, are you the Cradle? Of course not. But whatever you believe, that is your choice. Evidently, the old man is still fucking hiding something from them. I don't believe that for a second. I don't believe that for a second. You do not write a frail old man. You write the world's most head-pattable eldritch abomination. But that he is the opposite of harmless. It doesn't matter that his stats are like just a dude that's hard to kill. That doesn't matter. Anyways, this guy. Every particle in his body is emanating sus. There's probably no use attempting to probe this issue further. Have you seen a mechanoid called Ulysses? Wait, I thought you were looking for a yo-yo. Ulysses is someone my friend is looking. Ulysses is someone my friend is looking for. Ulysses, such an exotic name, just like Spooner. Have you seen him? Unfortunately, I do not know of Ulysses. Upon hearing the answer, Spooner looked somewhat disheartened. But so long as you have that wish in your heart, it will be realized in this mountain. After all, this is the place where those who have lost their hope shall be granted hope. That was the creed they bestowed upon this mountain. And here comes the funny bell of bullshit again. Is the fighting never going to come to a stop? On hearing it chime, the two visitors instinctively ready for battle. However, with a wave of his arm, the old man signals for them to relax. I don't trust this guy. Oh, it's him. Over there, let's follow it. Mechanoid stands silently on the passage ahead. Another mechanoid, huh? Oh, enough of me talking, that's fine, go ahead and follow it. They are waiting. Is the cradle just up ahead? They certainly are not the cradle. Yup, fourth party, fucking fourth party. Who the fuck are they? I don't goddamn know. Take your bets, folks. Take your bets, folks. Is it a fucking agent? Is it the fucking weird-ass higher dimensional space aliens that Isamal is part of? That the Merciful One is part of? Is it the fucking Ascension Network? Or is it a brand new breed of bullshit here to remind humanity that they're fucked? Let's find out. The old man digs out a tiny seed from his pocket and places it in the Hongying's hand. You can have this from here on out. Seed? Yes, I believe that will come in handy to you at some point down the road. Coming, geez. Just an old man enjoying the conversation. What's all the rush? The old man giggles to himself as if he were replying to the chimes of the bell. Let's head out now. The final leg of the journey may be the most grueling yet. Promise me to be kind to whatever you encounter ahead, whether it's the truth or deception. Fuck does that mean, old man? What is with funny old men and being unable to fucking talk straight? Life and death. Here we are. Go this way and follow the path and you'll come across the gate. The gate. Like, the gate that... Did Kratos make contact with the fucking observers or whatever they're called? Did Kratos fucking poke the observers with a stick? Did Kratos poke the observers with a stick? Or is it whatever that Zero that was mentioned back at the start was? Anyways, what is this place? Or passage reach for the lower one? Just... Hi, Goku! There you go, getting ahead. Okay. You will find what you are seeking. It doesn't fit any of the known agents. It doesn't fit any of the known agents. It doesn't fit any of the known agents, I'm going to clarify. This could be an unknown agent. Falling from here would be tragic. This should be nothing for you, right? It's weird shit, yeah, and I'm trying to figure out what the hell the weird shit is. Like... Was a dream left home. Probably, her boobs are very pretty. It's definitely what I was doing. They're all Kalung-made mechanoids, but they don't seem hostile. Odd. Are they talking? Are they I think they're praying. I think that's worse. On my mouth. Are the Kratos Force uploading people? That doesn't sound like... and shoving them in the mechanoid. Is that what they're doing here? That'd be fucked. Who are you? Why are you here? Jojo? Game, please give them easily readable dialogue instead of this. Also, you Goku fucker, explain. They live here. This is true, Xana, this is true. Child, you talk like that too, don't you? Oh, he is really impatient. Proof has already been unveiled before you. Problem is, you refuse to accept it.
Dusk is falling. The horn flows when the water flows. The clouds divide.
Juggle this guy. This guy's getting juggled. I want to go alligator on train. Tranquility Daddy. Oh. I think they put people. I think the Kratos put people in the goddamn Mook robots. They're all laughing at me because of my tone. They look down on me and I think the Kratos is force uploading people here or something similarly fucked, because this is getting kinda weird when I'm looking at the what the robots are saying when we kill them. You suck. You kicked me out because you were jealous of me, it's your loss. That's right. True fuck.
The water flows, the clouds divide.
Coughs my child. I've always wanted to see you, you must be tall and pretty. Daddy is back, you'll recover soon. Are these your memories? How many mechanoids have parents and children and catch disease? No. This is the life only humans live. So I'm right, they are! Like I said, they live here. These mechanoids are humans? Just below the wooden deck along the rock face the clutter of murky clouds. The setting sun dips into the mountain, a mere blink and it will vanish. For the one who seeks the mountain, their gaze is filled with nothing but the winding path, the steps thorned of moss, and the unconquered ridge. You could see Kaloon from here in the past, but the city would disappear from view past this point. Mechanoid stationed on the deck scatter as the old man finishes his sentence. A path to the edge of the deck is cleared for Honging and the old man. Yet we cannot see anything but somber clouds now. Still deeply troubled by that unbearable truth, Hinging is not in the mood to appreciate the scenery pointed out by the old fucking man. Well, the mechanoids on these mountains are humans, does that mean? That's not exactly true. These mechanoids are merely reflections in the stream of the real mechanoids in the real world. Sherlock's in the cradle and searches the extracted memories and data of the humans into the mechanoids in order to control the mechanoids that are in real life. Okay, so they are just fucking like a force uploading people. That's fucked. They're force uploading people to enslave them in the robots they're being force uploaded into. Chat, that's fucked. That's fucked. That's fucked. That is fucked. I mean, I called it, but also that is fucked. Like, I don't even think I don't think. How the fuck are they doing that? But that's fucked. Which means I've been killing humans since we entered this mountain. Do you find that difficult to accept? I don't know. I really don't know. Honging's voice trembles slightly as her body does. Inside the body of mechanoids are living human beings. I just don't. Perhaps all of us are just cold, lifeless machines in human skin that commit human sins. No, that is not the same. Honging stares at her hands, unable to stop the trembling. A tool to kill. No, it should have been like this. You only ever wanted to find Yo-Yo, to find the meaning of the heart and the soul, to fulfill her promise and nothing more. Perhaps self-sacrifice you firmly believed in was but an excuse to justify her actions and nothing more than a cover for her selflessness. What on earth have I done? I guess it's safe to say that anything you encounter here are not humans that are alive. Can a human be alive without a physical body? Only his memories and data. Like, Jesus fucking Christ, that's on one, that's both, fucked, and also, I'm pretty sure this is Kurono bait. Wait. Wait. I bunked the dwarf. I bunked the dwarf. I bunked the dwarf. Wait. The coast is real. The coast exists. Anyways. Xana. Xana. Possibilities of they being Kurono? Those fucking bastards? Like a caring parent, the old man gently strokes the metal arm of the blubber mechanoid sitting beside him. Cradle, duplicate human memories and data, project onto the stream. At that point, they had already given up all hope and died. They chose definitely, it was not for the sake of others, in fact. They were grateful to you. Why? Just because they have all their thoughts and fears doesn't make them any less human. Their hearts, their memories, their wishes and pain, I heard them all. I was there to see them dissipate like machines falling apart, crumbling into pieces. The old man hunches over with difficulty to pick up the rusted and jagged longsword. The sword seems too heavy for the old man. He could barely lift it over to give to Hangyang. Didn't you already hear his wish? Not everyone can bear the weight of life. Humans have the right to choose to live in the past, just as they have the right to choose to die because of the past. Selling them of hope is even more cruel. Hangyang clenches the sword, is all but falling apart, trying to feel the warmth left by its owner. They can live a life full of hope. Why would they choose to die? Because hope is a burden too heavy for them. Hangyang cannot wrap her head around the idea. It is simply impossible for a mechanoid to understand such logic. The mechanoid has no reason to reject a step the result produced by an algorithm that works with correct inputs. They can live on for just a sliver of hope. Why would they throw their lives away? Don't blame yourself. There's so much between life and death that not even humans can understand. Things that you need to attend to that are more crucial, aren't there? You can always come back to thinking about these on a different day. You and your friend are still looking for someone, right? Hangyang nods in silence. She needs some time to process the truth. Wait, duplicates. Oh. Oh, wait, they're... Oh, that's what... It's even worse! Chat, the Cradle isn't just... They're not... I was wrong, they aren't force uploading people, I think. They're... So, you know how Lucia was made? The Grey Raven Lucia? They're doing that. And shoving the results in the mechanoid, which is, even more fucked. The girl and Kaloon crew followed her to the mountain or in the grand hall on the mountaintop, and they are still alive. The mountaintop. You have my best wishes, dear child. But please put an end to the stream, even if you cannot save her. The old man turns around without another word. He faces away from the bewildering, blood-soaked sea of clouds stained by the sunset. The stream continues. The streets of Kowloon will soon be flooded with mechanoids like these. These mechanoids with their weapons will know what to do even if the Cradle doesn't. When that happens, the fate that commands life and death will no longer be in the hands of the people. Which means I have to kill the mechanoids and the humans. To prevent a giant another fucking robot war in Kowloon. Yes, isn't there another way? A way to save the soul and data of these Kowloon civilians while forwarding the Cradle scheme? What do you think? I'm not sure if they're doing it just suicidal people or if the shittiness is making the people they're doing it to suicidal. It's hard to tell. There's a way to save everyone, then Yo-Yo could have kept her memories and returned to Kowloon, and Hangyang herself would not have died the night after the Cradle gained control of her. You cannot have the cake and eat it. You must make your choice. Mechanoid, though, this should be a no-brainer. Sacrificing the few in order to save the many is the only correct option. She knows this decision should be an easy one, but that doesn't make it any less painful. No, there isn't. You see, we may have control over certain things, but there are things we simply don't have a choice. It's time to wake up from this dream. Before you go, keep in mind that there is a gate between reality and this dream. The monk you met earlier is the guardian of that gate. See, a human too. In a sense, yes, but he was given the duty of guarding that gate. He must pass through the gate to go see reality. Or to see Busan. Who the fuck is that? Is that the boss? Belle was howling right inside her ear. Sounds becoming increasingly solemn and distinct. Bodies of the mechanists have gathered on the deck slowly dissipate and finally disappear together. This time, Busan? Yes, it is a very special mechanoid that has a heart, just like you. But unlike you, it believes that it's been living in a dream when it has actually been living in reality all along. That's the polar opposite of what people living here think. Who's all the right to dream because mechanoids cannot dream? Aren't we in a dream right now? That's why it can only live in reality, even though reality might be a bit too cruel for it. Resonating from the mountains, the bell chime grows louder, almost to the point of ear shattering. Could you promise me one last thing before you go? Though what I ask you may be just as cruel. The old man pauses for a moment as if to let Hanging prepare herself. But there's no need for the old man to lay it out for her, because Hanging already knows in her heart what she has to do. Who sends the mechanoid with the heart she will likely have to kill. As she wakes from a dream after having died once, those who are suffering the cruel reality have the right to be in age to sleep inside a dream. Your eyes already behold my question. Do you have the answer in your heart? Does she really have the answer? Why is that text showing up? Why is that text showing up? AskNet, what the fuck? Is AskNet show? Why is AskNet here? Fuck off, AskNet. No. Fuck off. Fuck if off. Fuck off. Fuck off. Crap. Fuck. Why is AskNet here? That's the fucky tech AskNet uses. No, I don't know. I don't have power over someone else's life and death. It's a decision his own heart needs to make. Well, you already have the answer in your heart then. All that you're looking for can be found here. Wait. The elderly figure slowly fades away and vanishes. The deck is once again empty, save for Hanging and Spooner in the distance. Alone with the chimes of the bell ringing in their ears. They're all gone. The sinking sun casts its last rays on Hanging. Her shadow stretches across the lonesome deck, silently enduring the somber tolls. Rays of dust stained like the blood, very crimson liquid that once soaked her hands. The vital food from Lady Q, aka Violet, that dyed her hands maroon many moons ago. Fitting the same brilliant color are the laughter, the screams, and the births and deaths that took place that night. Hanging. Yes? It's almost impossible to imagine what the Cradle has done to this mountain. Murdering humans, extracting their memories daily to create digitalized husks, planting them in the mechanoids. This is a living hell. Do you consider those humans dead? They are dead from a physiological perspective. The mechanoids we met just now, no, I mean the civilians. The way they behave and speak in their memories. They clearly are living human beings. Spooner shakes his head. I'm not sure how to word it, but I think the truth is much more complicated than that. The truth might be cruel, but I think we need to accept it to be merciful about it. Not every story has a happy ending. We have no choice but to accept that at a time like this. That reminds me of Ulysses. God only knows how he's holding up. Spooner becomes choked up and leaves the sentence unfinished. Hanging her knows the reality is probably far worse than what Spooner might expect. All that you came looking for can be found here. She's looking for Yo-Yo, and according to the old man, Yo-Yo is safe at the peak. But they all haven't seen this Ulysses that Spooner's looking for. And when you have to see him here, then his face is most likely already sealed. But I'm sorry, I will never be able to forgive myself. Huh? Why did you say that? What I ask you may just be as cruel. I think I'm just saying it out of regret, sense of guilt, or it might just be because I did something terribly wrong. I really do this. I do not want to be in this beautiful yet hollow dream any longer, but I have to face an even more painful truth to leave. Is all of this really worth it? Her fingers instinctively tap towards her neck once again, towards that enduring scar. that fateful night, she hurt Yo-Yo. She deceived Yo-Yo and they turned into enemies. But on the same night, she chose death in order to protect her. She was nothing more than an ordinary mechanoid, an ordinary dancer. She did not have the power to protect everyone. She could only selflessly keep her hope safe in her hands. Someone hoped and prayed that Yo-Yo could live and that she would one day be able to make her own choices. She died for hope. She held tightly onto that hope throughout that beautiful dream. That was how she was to keep living in that dream until the day she awoke. I will never deny the things I have done. Perhaps dreams were never as delightful and sweet as they are portrayed in ballads and lullabies. If I have to live with this gruesome reality, then I am prepared to pay an equal price. Come what may, whether it be a human or a mechanoid, alive or dead, I am ready to face it. Leaving the last rays in the sun and sea of clouds behind, Honging steps onto the final stretch of the narrow, rocky path. Why are we traumatizing the poor robots? They don't deserve this. 2 combat missions left, including this one. The blaring tolls of the bell shake the mountains at its core, threatening to shatter the slopes at any moments, sending boulders tumbling down. I don't think PGR is Korean. Let me double check. Kuro Games, where the fuck are you bastards based? Kuro Games. No, they're nope. Kuro is from China. They are not Korean. The blaring tolls of the bells shake the mountain at its core, threatening to shatter the slopes at any moment, sending boulders tumbling down. No longer the melodious chimes they were at the beginning, the rhythmic blares now carry with them wrath and madness. Hanging on our narrow, perilous trail carved between 2 rock walls, which only amplified the deathly knells. Even a layer of thin ice growing on the slabs is in danger of being blasted right off. Over the ear-shattering noise, Hanging is soon have no choice but to communicate through wireless signals unique to mechanoids. The tolls are getting louder and more frequent, meaning we should be drawing near the location the old man mentioned. I think there's probably more to it. The old man mentioned we first come across the gatekeeper before seeing the mechanoid by the name of Fusan. Someone figured out how this virtual space works though. The trail makes a hairpin turn. The last flake of frost hanging off a piece of autumn leaf flutters on the Hanging shoulder. The blaring tolls come to an abrupt stop, bringing Hanging to a stop in her tracks. Right in front of them is the gate. Beams of sunlight burn through the gloomy clouds on the summit, showered in the flaming glow of dusk at the top of the stairway is the gatekeeper, standing silently in front of the gate. No doubt a mechanoid, reflecting his sun's radiance, his little evening frost, clinging onto the machine's exposed metal parts. The entity is acting as if it has been here since the beginning of time, having hanging gestures for spooning the halt. Travelers, the gatekeeper speaks without moving an inch. Hanging, Svuna. How do you know our names? I was given the duty of guarding the gate, so I must know the names of those to come. We're here to rescue our friends. Please let us through. The bell tolls were a warning. Are you controlled by the bell, too? I am the gatekeeper. I only answer to the gate. I have to enter the gate. This is my duty as the gatekeeper. Boss fight, boss fight. The gatekeeper shows no signs of letting the trespassers through. I have to enter this gate. It's exactly what a traveler that came before the 2 of you said, too. They were looking for a way to leave this world, too. Was it Yo-Yo? You mean Paleo, who also goes by the name of Yo-Yo? Did she pass through here? Yes, she did. The tolls of the bell let them in, but not the 2 of you. Oh, yeah. What if we insist? What if the gate doesn't lead you to where you want to go? What if it's just another dream? Would you still enter? All dreams must come to an end. You leave us no choice but to fight our way through if you refuse to let us pass. The gatekeeper falls silent. He stands there quietly, awaiting the challenge of those who attempt to pass. A moment of silence follows them as both sides ready themselves for grueling battle. Wait. Do you have the key? The key? The gatekeeper looks at Hang with a confused expression for a moment before nodding his head and moving out of the way. Oh, that's what the fucking siege from the old man was for. Looks like you have no clue. You can enter now, please. What in the world is going on? There's a key for every lock. You have the key for this lock. The lock can only be opened by its key. A tiny speck of light suddenly appears on Honging. It's a tiny, dried, unremarkable seed glowing in a warm hue. The little seed the old man gave me is a key. This is all you need to enter the gate. I am just the gatekeeper. Travelers must open the gate by themselves. Honging climbs up the stairs hesitantly and stops from the gate with the tiny seed in her hand. Mountain mist surges through the gate, bathing everything in a dusty white. The view changes completely in the flick of a moment. Treacherous trail in the passage disappeared. All that's light is the tightly sealed, loathsome gate and its crumbling half-wall. Might just be another dream beyond this gate. Now, you've been warned. It's your last chance. You can still turn back and walk away. You open the gate, there will be things that we need to accept. See? It's a disgrace for a gatekeeper to let anyone pass through the gate. Once you open the gate, I will try to stop you from going forwards. And die. I would rather not fight you or kill you if I could. Guarding the gate is the meaning of my existing, and nothing would change that. I'm sure you know what you have to do. We all accept our fate, eventually. Mechanoid turns to face away from the gate and resumes its original upright stance. Honging jumps on the rusty door knocker and pushes up the gate without hesitation. Boss time! Time to throw hands. Ah. I worry this might be an exception, then. I worry that this might be an exception. Is this the world behind the gate? The environment feels completely different from just now. Just like I thought, this place isn't real either. Why do I see another gate here? Just happens to be the same one I saw on the mountain. Maybe the answer is just behind it? Okay, I thought that was... Why is the world doing that? Okay, that's fucking trippy. And push that open. You chose to push the gate open in the end. You seem to be ready. It's a tree. There seems someone on the tree, but the fog is too thick. I see flecks of red. Wait, no, orange. Those are leaves, not the punishing virus. Right? Let's dance. Playa! There she is, passed right out. Yo-yo! She's right here with the hacker. Yo-yo, can you hear me? Hey, she's fast asleep. At least she's okay. Wait for me, Yo-yo. I'll take you out of here. Let's dance, fuckboy. Stop summoning the stone lines with fucking Adam Smasher faces. They won't stop me.
I need to steady my stance. The water flows, the clouds divide, dusk is falling. The horn blows winter. The dance
Gatekeeper Extreme. 5 health bars.
When the rain stops, wind will blow through the forest. The water flows. I need to steady my
Okay, back to... Oh shit, he's parrying me. I don't like that.
The water flows. The dance
I don't like that you can parry. Please die.
The water flows, the clouds dust is falling. The horn blows winter.
And down he goes. Doubt that was the actual boss. Oh, the chat for Stella.
For my next entrance.
How does one describe the wind? That which carries the fallen leaf and that which ripples the water. but it might not be the wind that carries the fallen leaf or ripple the water. So, this is the world beyond the gate. The gatekeeper looks up into the dancing leaves in front of the giant maple tree. Have you never been here yourself? I am the gatekeeper. What's behind the gate is not my business. I have never turned to look at the gate behind me. Or maybe there was no gate to begin with. No, the gate has always been there. You're the gate. You are the one keeping all of this behind the gate. I'm the gate. Street tree is not a dream that belongs to me. I am just a fragment. Maybe this dream belongs to the human you. You mean him? No, this dream does not belong to him either. He only wants to take one last look at Kaloon, at that sip, and at his friends. Were you a passenger on the Niter? Who isn't? Finding the truth, we died in the Niter and were born again on the Niter. Or the same truth, we became the gatekeeper, or the gate itself. Maybe you could tell me your name and the name of your friends. Might not be able to make it alive. I could still say hi to them for you. Tell them your story. Names are no longer important. I am not in that dream. Do you know whom this dream belongs to? I don't know. All I know is that this tree is the dream of a seed. A seed. Longing searching for the seed but cannot find it. This is a wish. Wish that can only be realized in a dream. The old man's dream. I told you, I don't know. Dream is just a wish. Not even a real dream. Too shattered and incomplete to even have a proper entrance. Why is it no longer needed since you have passed through the gate? Will you awaken from the dream? No, because you're already a part of this mountain. The gatekeeper picks up a leaf, which, a moment later, drifted back down to the water's surface with a breeze. These autumn leaves that blanket the heavens mark the end of our journey. Our home. Now it's time for the real boss. Wait. It's been 2 hours. I thought this was going to... Kuro, can you stop playing funny games with the pacing? I'm going to throw rocks at you. Our home. Back to the Niter. Hello to the well. Dragon. Ow.
I need to steady my stance.
Oh no, this is Fusen.
When the rain stops, wind will
He has 100 fucking bars. We need to turn that to 0 bars.
Dusk is falling. The horn blows winter. The water flows.
Oh, parry. Nice.
And the crane sings.
They keep an eye out for the red flashes on the enemy so I can parry his attacks. Come on, you fucking dragon. Wait, animal height. Are you Ulysses? Am I killing Spooner's friend?
When the rain stops, wind will blow through the forest. The water flows, the clouds divide.
Oh, breath weapon, breath weapon, breath weapon.
Dusk is falling. The horn blows winter. The water flows, the clouds divide. The dance ends, the crowd sings.
I have things to say about that. Mostly. Okay, so
When the rain stops, wind will blow
there is one thing I am definitely a fan of that Kuro has done for Wuthering Waves that you guys might not have noticed. I'll I'll say that after we kick this guy's ass. Please hold. Oh goddammit, not the command grab. Ow. Ow. God damn it, thought I parried that.
The water flows, the clouds divide. I can still
Ow.
hold on. Dusk is falling. The horn blows winter.
a job?
The crane
Please?
sings.
You need help? 8 bars. 7 bars. Parried! One last hit to do the trick. Come on. One strike to the back. Oh! There's the bell. Wait.
Is your death day.
Oh, that's the punishing. Oh wait, he's been the guy controlling the bell, and that's the fucking punishing. And ow, 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 oh goddamn, ow, pain. Please lose all your health bar. Please lose all your bars. Ow, not the command grab. Ow. Yeah, okay. He's clearly infected by the punishing virus. That is not good.
When the rain stops, wind will dust is falling. The horn blows winter. The dance ends. The crane
Slap him.
Crumble into ashes.
Also, wood. Ow, ow, ow.
I need to steady my stance. When the rain stops, wind will blow through the forest. The water flows. I can still hold on.
Die!
No, I'd rather not.
The dance ends. The crane sings. The water flows. The cloud's dust is falling. The horn blows winter. I need to steady my stance.
This guy has no goddamn chill. Jesus fucking Christ. Okay.
When the rain stops, wind will blow through the forest. The dance ends. The crane sings.
I disagree with you there, Xana. I disagree with you there, Xana.
The water flows. The clouds divide. I need to steady my stance. The dance ends. The crane sings.
4 bars? Okay.
Is falling.
Down he goes.
Blows winter.
Oh, yeah. Base free? Lick slips. Ah, dreamers lightest dawn, the great hall of our homeland is reserved for you. Our homeland is one with hell. Homeland is the answer to suffering we endured upon our bodies. I have lost. No, you cannot defeat. Get up, you cannot lose. Inside the ancient temple, ragged figures appear one after another. Most of them are wearing similarly styled hats that conceal part of their faces. They each carry a simmering terminal as part of their existence. Hello, hello, Cradle. This is not a dream, this is reality. Those standing in front of the temple and behind Fushen are living humans of flesh and blood. You are the Cradle. Get up, you cannot lose, you can't be defeated. The noble and dying, you are invincible. I am wish I am. The warrior, having collapsed on the ground from fatigue, begins to explode in orange sparks like an overloading machine. Then, as if pulled by an invisible puppet string, it begins to stand up. They're forcing them to reboot. When they're done, there's only one way this can end. Stand up! Remember your calling! You need to win, and there is no stopping. The warrior, flickering red flashes through the guard, and once more, the whispers of the cradle and their key clatters mold together to form what sounds like a grand prayer, but at the same time a meaningless hymn. The dazzling array of different colors from the terminals shines upon their ragged loaves to form a bizarre scene on the stage. Attack, attack, attack. The fighter attacks without so much as a coherent move. Strikes with a force from pure madness, just like the glorious red light sparkling around it. These fuckbags infected and awakened a machine with the punishing virus. Bigger and damaged armor, raised an agile figure in midair, leaving frightening gases on the garden bricks. Hanging blocks the warrior's attack as he moves back for a brief moment of respite. Force can take another breath whenever attack comes striking down. Hanging! Spooner suddenly emerges and blocks a heavy blow from Fusen. Skilled at combat as he is, Spooner still finds it difficult to withstand this unnatural power. Slaughter and Crust! Your power is unlimited! We kill. That split second that Spooner's holding the enemy down, Hanging joins in to subdue it. I ask you to follow your attribute. Please fulfill our wish and realize all of our aspirations. Please fulfill. I won't be able to hold it down for much longer. Spooner, get ready to let go. Now! Fusen lands a heavy blow on the ground with Spooner and Hanging roll in the other direction. There's only one chance. I mean, the main story itself is pretty goddamn consistent. I'm going to object that. The main story itself is pretty consistent, I'd say. The issue is generally more, well, the side stories like this, gestures too. The main story itself is pretty fun. Is pretty stable in my personal opinion. I bonk you on the head. Hanging flashed from Fusen. She already closed her feint and turned into a dagger, going for the heart that might be inside of Fusen. I wasn't going to stop if I can hit that. Wasn't even time to let her memory so calculate the best course of action. Nor did she know how to stall this giant machine. She can only act on her instincts. Complete. Hanging! Your eyes already beholding my question. Do you have the answer in your heart? So what is your question? I want to know what a heart is. So have you found the answer? No, I don't know what a heart is. What counts as having a heart? How to prove its existence? In fact, that is the answer. No, how can a question be the answer? Maybe your existence alone is what makes a heart what it is. Hanging fucking hallucinates. Hanging fucking hallucinates. She's referring when she says heart, she's referring to her consciousness. She's referring to her being self-aware. That's what she's referring to. That's been pretty clear since the start of this chapter. Maybe your existence alone is what makes a heart what it is. Perhaps you have these questions precisely because it exists. So who are you? I am your question. Your every choice, your cowardice, hesitance, sympathy, sins, and insanity are part of me. I thought you only existed in my dreams. I have always been here, and so is she. This really is nostalgic. So, what is your question? I will commit sin. So what is your answer? I already have an answer. Hello there. Who is this? I am probably the witness to your answer. Stop fucking doing this. Honestly, stop doing the fucking Kulanko ones and give me a straight answer before I pull out the shotgun. Witness, you can't be. Fusen, a fragment of Fusen, or we say. What Fusen should have been. Humanoid hybrid mechanoid flashes a warm smile. So this is your dream? No, not exactly. You know that mechanoids don't dream, do you? Nearly one of my insignificant dreams. Before I was modified by the cradle, I kept this wish safe in the deepest corner of my heart. And what is the wish in your heart? That's your answer. Eyes on the target, she thrusts her dagger in like an experience of a clumsy assassin. Weak vibration travels up the fan into her palm. Next instant, the vibration grows into a violent disintegration. Well done, thank you. Taking this life with your very hands. Ah, I remember now. You and the mechanoid on that rainy night. Mechanoid, right? Oh, come on. Are you Ulysses? That was... We're going to kill the Kratos, chat. We're going to kill the Kratos. We're going to murder them. These guys are not leaving here alive. That was my original name. Thank you. Thank you for saving me. You're welcome, Snooter. But I've hopped out of the prison at the fighting ring into yet another prison. Lights on an exit. There were no signs of stars that night just like this. Only trees and a sky full of fallen leaves. The trembling finally subdues in the silence. I hope that you find the answer you want in your dreams. Give me that. Is it time to murder the cradle? Is this really a good idea? Some problems we must solve with force. They didn't do anything wrong, they're innocent. Tell me, do you believe in God? Ah, this must be a flashback. Wait, that's the main cradle guy from a previous time. This must be the flashback. Tell me, do you believe in God? God? God wanted to put an end to evil, but then can't, then God is incompetent. God can put an end to evil, but isn't, then God is evil. God wants to put an end to evil and is capable of doing so, then why does evil linger in the world? God does not want to, is capable of putting an end to evil, then why do we call it God? Suffering and evil are the second to last cruelest truths in this world. Second to last? Bang! Hereby declared that the cradle has been reborn. We have taken over this building saddled with hollow faith. This will be the beginning of our pilgrimage to overthrow the fully tyrants that rule over Cologne. I'm pretty sure the entire intent of the cradle is that they are in fact supposed to be fucking dumbasses who deserve to be beaten with hammers. This will be the beginning of our pilgrimage to overthrow the phony tyrants that rule over Cologne. You say, mind-raping people. We would like to ask for your cooperation. We'll borrow this building. Hey, Busan! Has the creator told you about the experiments? Many apprentices under my master went already, saying how they wouldn't need to practice cultivation anymore if we could reach enlightenment using technology. You're going to tell me you believe that, do you? I don't, of course, just want to know what enlightenment was just another name for truth. I think it's too dangerous. Nobody's returned from the experiment yet. For me, fantasy and reality are just two sides of the same coin, but the cradle offered me a deal. As a friend, I want to stop you from going. I've been searching for you since I joined the night and he found it. The cost of losing my friends and what I was supposed to keep safe. I see. I'm willing to bear the consequences if it means I can save others. It means I can help them find their way out of the fraudulent virtual world. I've already seen the true and the false. It makes me think that there are those who cannot differentiate between reality and dream, and live on in the dream believing that it's real. Maybe it's my destiny to atone for my sins this way. Even at the cost of your life. Even at the cost of my own life, yes? Have you found them? Some parts are missing, but I have by loose research and the final reports sent from our people in the Niter. Oh my, at least they didn't die for nothing. After the assassination, we put 300 million on our head. Not gonna happen. Once we get to the new debug report, we can start working on structuring the experiment. Leaving the mess for us to clean up. Well played indeed, Violer. We're going to build just at least one managing eye with advanced computing power, but guess we'll have to see how things are as we go now. Got it. Go and rest. You're not a young man anymore. I haven't a good night's sleep in ages. Be it Q or Violer, Kulung is going to pay for the sins. For the cradle. For the cradle. Master, they're all gone. Oh. That's the real old man, isn't it? Good riddance. No amount of cultivation is going to keep them here if they can't stand their ground. Master, here to bid you farewell. Oh, are you going to join the experiment too? No, I just want to bring everyone back. Your friend went with them too, right? Yes. No one knows what's going to happen. I just want to see you one last time before I go. What's holding you back? Is it really okay if I go? It's your choice whether to stay or to leave. Understood. Light can pass on fire to 1,000, and it matters not that one of them dies. It worked! Duplicate and extract human data in framework in bulk! And the core is number 13, a male subject. I think he's on an either, but because we don't have an AI with enough computing power, we'll have to keep the human brain. Where CPUs? Damn, you guys are fucking assholes. That will slow down the computing power a bit. There's nothing we can do. Extract, duplicate human data and combine the debug report from the Niter. That should be enough for us to control mechanisms from virtual environment. But we have no subject to test this on. What about the Niter? Isn't the storyline crawling of humans after they docked? Brilliant idea. Why don't we run into problems for your defense unit? Mechanisms left by our predecessors look quite promising. So what's going to happen after that? What do you mean? We have pieced together technology together. Now what? Never mind that, let's keep going. I'll deal with the mechanisms and humans we used in the experiment. Understood. By the way, are they all dead? They are dead in theory. I'm not a biologist, but because we couldn't fully understand Violet's research, we had to kill them to extract and duplicate the data. Okay, so no, it was flat out force uploading. Literally dead? That other living world we constructed, is that the same as being dead? What do you mean? Dead don't speak nor think, but they... I don't know, My parents planned out my little whole life when I was still a kid. They had every single moment of my life planned out, from birth to death, no wishes allowed. My life was hell. No, it was worse than hell. Please, please, just kill me already. I'm innocent, fuck. They didn't give a damn about the truth, they're just jealous. Ugh. This smells like something like air. My chest, please, I really miss my kid. Those who have sins here, hell here be absolved. Who have lost their hope, hell here be granted hope. Those on the verge of death, hell here be granted eternity. They run inside of me as they roar. People derive joy out of their pain when they were still human. When their carnal souls perish, they too under this cycle and derive joy out of people's pain themselves. And so too shall solitude, wishes, hatred, and fear forever cycle on. 20 years ago, the Cradle told him that he would save everyone in exchange for overtaking in the experiment. Broke his joke, and having nothing better than tarot clothing to cover himself with, the man had nothing to lose. The Cradle modified him, turning his brain to a receptor of people's consciousnesses and using him to control mechanoids. The man never ended up saving his friends again in his own world. At what point his friends had all perished, and so they lived in the dead new world. Cradle went ahead and dug into his brain anyways, hoping to create a world where reality and virtuality would blend into each other, and from his brain he managed to extract the mountain at its most beautiful through replication and growth. That's how he lost all his memories. Memories of his friend, his teacher, and even his name. As a gesture of pity, the Cradle told him his teacher's name and the name of his best friend. The man adopted his teacher's name as his own out of shame. Oh. By the way, do you know there are no butterflies up in this mountain, no matter what season of year it is? On the very day when the new world was created, there were butterflies everywhere, up on the peak. I am going home for revenge. I got kicked out of home. This isn't home, so I can't. What did I do wrong? I never did anything wrong. Can you hear them? So this is them. Yes, and they have been inside of me. Some were visitors from outside the mountain, some were spiritual seekers, and some were ghosts of the Cradle's own making. Ghosts of the Cradle's making, huh? The hackers enter my body and become part of me too when they die. That's why I can hear them, along with their wishes and aspirations. Don't you hate them though? You're the way you are now because of them. They've taken so many lives. I did, except I don't anymore. They have given up already. Time wears memories away. Most of the hackers still alive have forgotten their wishes. An eye for an eye, huh? That sounds like something he would do. I'm in no position to laugh at them, but I guess you do. I do. People are animals that live by their habits, but you don't. I'm a machine and not an animal. What difference does it make? Who wouldn't be able to tell the difference anyway, had the line between machines and humans never been crossed? And it seems like you made up your mind already anyway. I'm sorry, people who hurt others take what's not theirs to guard and look for what they're after. And you've made this decision because you've been through the pain of being aware of this cruel truth. Out of nowhere, hanging for you is a fruit the fancy's holding. The unnervous river she's now no stranger to. Oh boy, look at this tree. Have you seen it? Years ago, except it wasn't as big back then. The gatekeeper told me this place was someone's dream. It is indeed. And I presume this is your dream? No, it's not. Everything up this mountain comes from my thoughts. I've seen everything except for this tree. I heard about the seeds of this tree, so I put a sword of my younger self to guard for it. The man stops by the maple tree, all seems to have come to a halt. Even leaves are still rustling in the wind just moments ago. By the way, I understand I'm not the quietest old man you've ever seen. I was hoping to make just one last request. Be my guest, I'll see to it. Please tell no one about this mountain when you're back home. We're about part of history, and we'd much rather keep it that way. Home is too far away a place for us to go back to now, so please speak of us to no one when you're back. Of course, sir. Very well, very well. Sensibly the man studies a leaf he holds in midair. I was hoping to never wake up from this dream. I have no idea anymore if this actually is a dream. Might have woken up a long time ago. There's probably no difference between reality and the dream. So please end it all. She walks alone to the depths of the grand hall. And it all, she has one last thing to do. There lies the world's cruelest of truths. The care unit room in the wooden attic is dominated by electronic devices of all sorts, being nothing but a simple window through which a document can take in the world outside. Center of the room is a life pod clad by a thick layer of dust, for hand hanging dusted off. Lying quietly inside the life pod is a middle-aged man with a calm expression. Nerves of all sides going into his body, most of which are connected to his brain. Sight is just painful just to behold. Diagnosis name negates medical technology that maximally delays human aging, which Honging heard about back in the days when she's still on the nighter. Living with this pod is a very steep price the user has to pay. When a man inside the pod, time stopped on the very day he became one of us. It's ironic how you picked the face of an old man when you never aged. Now you've been pursuing death when death least concerns living in that world. The sound of electricity traveling through the wires seems to sound for the otherwise deadly quiet room. Electricity passed through the wires in Honging's hand now, turns to all sorts of powers that sustain his life. All his memories, wishes, and aspirations. His life, all of these will come to an end if he pulls the plug now. He will die, and she will be his murderer. There just may be another way to help him snap out of this and help him lead a safe life. You've always known it, except you never wanted to wake up from that dream. At the end of the day, the answer we hold within us is probably what determines whether we're awake or dreaming. Facing life and death was his and their last choice. Choice that she made herself, too. Light dimmed when a cloud of dust slips off, leaving not one single piece of light in the room except for the light that comes through the tiny window. Good night. Wind and the falling leaves are the truth. Their journey has come to an end. I can see this tree from the attic. I can only see the top of the tree, but it's the only thing I can see for the window. I see. This tree has been around for a few hundred years, apparently. And on it will keep living. It sure will. Say, have you ever seen a pagoda tree? Pagoda trees are beautiful and blossom. Let's go when you're done resting. I don't need to try to catch up to you this time. No rush, we've got a long journey ahead. Thousands of leaves of red maple leaf falls into her palm. It is a miserable soul without faith. The body has decayed, but its soul cannot find the gate to heaven. But for one that shall wander indefinitely before it lands. Leave this one here and take this box here with you. Is this a spare part? Right, and the set of outfits that Hanging usually keeps hand. Offers, did you fucking time skip over their meeting? I'm going to hit you with hammers. I'm going to hit you with hammers. Right, and the set of outfits that Hanging usually keeps handy. Just so we're clear, you're not one of us. You're a construct, and Hanging and the rest of us are mechanoids. She kept on saying your name in her dream, though. The mechanoid's dream. Well, I want to call it that. Just our newer circuit running on minimal power. Living human beings are the only things that dream, though. She's no human. She's one of us. I'm going to hit the offers of hammer. Like, you know what? We're near the end, sis. We're near the end. I am, however, going to slap. I will say, I do think generally the Kulong focused arcs tend to be the weakest parts of PGR's writing. I say those tend to be the weakest parts, and I'm just going to assume that's due to the I can't remember if there are laws or guidelines, but I know China has something that keeps you that basically bans devs from really criticizing China or next piece of China. So it's probably due to that. Still doesn't change that though. By the way, that thing you asked for the stopover to give me the other day. The what? The piece of paper with all sorts of weird symbols. Zana, it's okay. You're okay. That's the language you mechanoids use. Mechanoid right there beside you, translate it for you. But Uno doesn't talk. I did honor then. Sorry, Yo-Yo. Yep, that's it. That's what Skip kept on saying in her dream. What's the matter with this though? Oh. Have they not met yet? Yeah, that just hit close for Zana. It's okay. If you need to step away, you are allowed to step away. Well, nothing really. Anyway, are you and Sage really going to be able to fix Hunging? Hunging's dream is very complicated. Sage might be the only one who knows how to wake her up, and even then, it's probably going to take a very long time. Either has to leave her dream, or wander on infinitely until her soul vanishes in there. No, I'm sure she's going to make it out just fine. What's going on? Is that my voice? May I float in the air? That's me by the port, right? Why do I feel like I've seen that weird mechanoid over there? That last pot over there. No, I'm sure she's going to make it out just fine. Who's that? Yo-Yo. Hanging! Hey, here I am. I dream I was in seemed ridiculous. Oh, wait, no, this is the meeting, I think. I think this is just them being weird with the timeline again. I dream I was in seemed ridiculously long. Same, am I still dreaming? No, Yo-Yo, you're awake now. It's all over, Yo-Yo. That's good to know. Hanging's arm Playa once again closes her eyes and falls into a dreamless sleep. With Muku's last wish carried out, the mountain has never seen a single controlled mechanoid, nor heard the tolls of the bell. Okay. No, okay. That was not... Okay. They did not timescope over the meeting. That was a flashback explaining how exactly Honging got to the Church of Machina. Makes sense. Waking up no time in Honging's arms, Playa holds Honging tight like she did on that night many years ago. Between them, however, there are no tears, but only joy that needs not be uttered. Members of the Playa crew wake up one after another. Playa directs them to capture the remaining remnants of the cradle, during which they stumble across some Playa crew members who have lost their lives. Spooner lends them a helping hand, something he rarely ever does. Easy there. Throughout the entire process, Spooner remains quiet. He is considering killing them, isn't he? He only stakes his head when Honging asks him whether they should take Fu Xing back to the church. I'll respect his wish, says Spooner. On Hue is the same old when they're back at its foot, except there isn't a trace of a machine or a human. This is such a beautiful mountain. It is. You probably don't get to see mountains so beautiful outside of Kowloon. Extending her hand, Honging is about to pat Yo-Yo on the head like she would many years ago. Realized that patting Yo-Yo in front of her subordinates probably isn't exactly sightly. Let's go home. Without any hesitation, Paleo takes Honging's hand. Amidst the clumps of mogwort, barnyard grass, and wet grass, the green bricks and grey tiles of Kowloon were nothing more than paintings found in painting schools to document the moss and the crumbling. The wall and the rust on the steel wreckage. Most of the square tiles on the floor are no better than pulverized dust now, having been worn down by the fires of war. Some, however, remain where they have always been, a bit crusted and splintered. Stretching into distance, they seem to have a story to tell every passerby of their collective past. Really, we just threw the guys captured from the mountain into the pantry on the small. Remember Playo crewed the girl past Playo key and awaits her command. Pantry, why though? Lord Chayo Fring retreat ready to go pantry to keep the guys because we're out of space on board to keep them. What a guy. Guess I'm gonna have to thank Sir you personally then. Anything else I can do for you, my lady? Only for tone and veil is a soul no older than late teens. This much one can tell. Let's call it a day, and thank you for coming all the way here. The pleasure is all mine. Surprised by Player's friendly gesture, the girl takes off and disappears amidst the yellow-gray bricks and tiles. The kid, how old is he? 17, joined us last month. Got all sorts of interesting ideas upstairs, though, and really enjoys carrying yourself beyond her age. That sounds like something you did all the time, Yo-Yo. No way! Dumbfounded for a second, Yo-Yo quickly breaks into a happy smile. The bricks creaking suddenly under their feet, Yo-Yo and Honging fade away in the green-grey skull. Prayers through which the rivers flow amidst the fractured high-rises. Down to the last corners, there are traces of unfiltered punishing. Beyond the bridge, the water makes its way down a still deeper riverway. By the bridge stands a metallic road sign that bears the name of the street. Number 20, East Silo Street. Honging, why did these call the street Silo Street? I don't see any big, tall silos here. That's because people from the ship used to store grains in the warehouses here, but not anymore. I see so many restaurants and food stalls. And sticker figurines. You want one? I've got a few more grubs. Honging, look over there. Someone's doing martial arts on the stage. Is there a performance? No, they're more like bodyguards, where people hire bodyguards to protect themselves and their goods. Oh, you can make money as a bodyguard just by doing that? I can do it too, then. Not quite, but you've got the right spirit there. Might be late by the time the performance ends. If the market's still open, come back to the street and get some snacks. Yep. Without making so much noise, the river water courses on, outspreads and dries up, before it outspreads again. As if nothing had changed, two of them hand in hand walk quietly down the streets of Kowloon. Honging, yes. Well, I just wanted to say your name. It's been a while since we last tried to walk together, no? It's been 20-odd years. Still catch myself thinking about what have become of you if they never turned you into a construct, Yo-Yo. Can you fingers back? I never want to become someone like that. But haven't you ever regretted it? I mean, you did it because of me. Because of you, I survived living on the ship. Come on, Hong-Ying. You really need to stop bringing that up. And I'm going to keep my mouth shut about it, too. Cleo holds her hand out with a smile on her face, covers Hong-Ying's mouth. Once she sees Hong-Ying's next house, she appears distracted. Time has brought them more memories than they could ever have recounted, yet everything about them and the city has transcended time itself. Hey, watch out there, will ya? Out of nowhere, a man carrying 2 hulking stacks of goods passes them by. Making the foxtrot trapped in his goods, the man managed to save himself the embarrassment with some adroit maneuvers. Apologies, sir, what are you? Never seen a luggage carrier yet. Life would have been so much easier if this blubbers didn't show up and take my job. No, sir, that's not what I mean. You know what, I gotta go now. Forgetting to smile, the man picks up the luggage and walks away. Do you see all the things the guy's carrying? Fresh tongue hollow, fresh flowers, all golden neon light, the street bustle with sales calls in here and there, the cornices and red lanterns over the decorated archway seemingly having come to life, over this crowd making their way through the street. What is all this? This is what Kowloon should be like. Out of the hustle and bustle of the street emerges a middle-aged couple, hand in hand and dressed in traditional outfits. Gentle looking, the man looks his way with a smile. Hey, it's you! Shh. Standing by the man, the woman, carrying distinct vibes of a researcher, puts her index finger over her mouth. Two of you aren't locals, are you? I was born and raised here, a proud Kowloon kid. Assuming Barbara of Destiny is being called into question, Leo now carries herself tall. I bet you two weren't from around here, judging by how clueless you look. Are you sisters? Of course! Must be quite a handful to take care of a younger sister beyond her age, no? No, not at all. I wouldn't trade my days on the Niter with her for anything else. The Niter? So you really are clueless. I still remember that gigantic ship Bixie built. Have you been on the Niter? Well, not really. Not the same, but it's docked right now by the port now, so feel free to pay it a visit whenever you want to. Take it that you take us there as a local guide? Never had to do that, but you can always count on the almighty Pleo. But you can't be part of the Pleo crew, are you? Well, I am? Oh my, so you're one of the children of Kowloon. Can't even tell you're a kid. Life's comfortable for part of the Kowloon crew. What's your salary like? I wouldn't really describe my life as being comfortable. I mean, I didn't join it for the grubs. Well, of course. You and the man chat away about the Kowloon crew. The woman quietly lets go of her husband's hand and walks up the Hong-Ying. The coast is not a lupa. That is not the coast vibe. Knowing full well where they are, the woman gently grabs Hong-Ying by the arm all the same. Seems like same great fun as he used to be. As a kid, she kept saying I was going to become one of the heroes from those action movies. I guess she's made it. He always wanted to come back to Kowloon, just... Shaking her head, the woman cuts Hong-Ying short. Time had long forgotten us, but a fresh start awaits you as well as Kowloon. I don't think I don't think Yo-Yo knows who you are. That's fine, and let's just keep it that way. But I promise to come back here to visit the two of you. Oh, that's your parents. And you've kept your promise. The woman says with a gentle smile, the same way she did so many times back when she was living in Kowloon. Boy, that's super far up north. I know, right? That's the only ice free port in the ARU that was able to do their business with us at. That place is so cold, and you could literally sneeze there and see ice blasting out of your nose. Ah, man, that sounds really bad. So why antifreeze comes in handy for contracts there. Whoever there is really just a cakewalk compared to all the corrupt and all sorts of things we need to deal with there. Seems like you're a true globetrotter then. What's one of that line they always say? Love and hope? Conquer it all! Right, totally had that at the tip of my tongue. You've heard of Kowloon's magical girl, huh? I happen to still remember. There's a panda in it that can fly and speak. Man, I keep thinking that people wouldn't know an anime this old. Sure isn't it? Lying at the desk of the scroll are memories that transcend time itself. Hey, let's get going. Pretty shy today, aren't you? Well, we should let them go now. They've got a whole list of things to do here. Oops. Apologies. Are you leaving already? Yep. We have a great chat with the two of you, though. And it's time for us to part our ways and carry on with our lives. Are you really from around here yourselves? Well, I'd say we've always been living here, and so we'll always be living. A globetrotter like yourself probably isn't going to stick around for too long, no? We'll see about that. I'll see both of you around the town. You bet, this kind gentleman promised to do Kowloon's Magical Girl CD exchange for you now. Yep, no way I'd ever let that slip. Alright, I'll see both of you around then. Yep, take good care now. Do take good care of her, Hong-Ying. I will. Walking hand in hand down the back alley, taking a turn, the couple disappears amidst the green bricks and the grey tiles. A long trip later, Kowloon finds itself the way it's always been. Same way to find themselves now. Do you know them? Well, we go way back, kind of. Have I seen them before? Say for having talking to man just now, and that's how I feel when I talk to you too. That's because you're used to talking to strangers now. I guess that just means I grew up a little. Yup, you're what they say, right? You're old enough now to be out there to keep people safe. And I'm sure no kids could survive days on the night like you did. I had this funny feeling that just now when I left, it's kind of like a part of me went missing. Over it hung, you can feel Yo's grip tighten around her own hand. Why is that though? Time had long forgotten us, but a fresh start awaits you as well as Kaloon. That is the trip they must take before the fresh start. Without saying a word, Hunging tightens her hand around Yo-Yo's. It's fine, Yo-Yo. Remember how you promised me you'd never cry again? I'm not crying, I'm just sad, and I don't know why. It's fine, I'm here. So do you know your way around here? Not really, I can't walk on a Kaloon on my own to save my life. Well, let's do this together, Honging. After the curtains fall. Wintry Shackle. Was I supposed to do that before? Grey Ravens decide. I'll yell at the website later.
From here, I think I can see the niter. I wonder if the shrimp dumplings there still taste as good as before.
Yo-Yo, there's something that I want to give you.
Huh?
This is your memory of the past, Kowloon, and your parents. I brought it back.
Let's leave it be.
Huh? Are you sure? But...
Of course I mean it. I think I've already found what I was seeking.
I see. Yo-Yo. No. Pulao.
Oh, those snacks look amazing! Hanying, over here!
Coming!
The city really is embodied in stasis, huh? A few days later at the Church of Machina. That's a shame. Could totally fix your friend restored his memory model if you used the technology by the same humanoid hybrid as you. It would have been very nice if you'd shown me some more trust. And as I said, what a real shame. I agree though. He took his own path and I had no intention of getting in his way. Well, so be it then. Say, how's Honging doing? She is back in Kulong now. Well, she just came back here, no? When Honging took Archon up her radiation, Archon told us she could stay in Kowloon and help her kind. Well, that is great, no? I mean, given how little we know about how they make their machines in Kowloon. Oh, so... She's now the Church of Machina's representative in the city. Making a sucking noise with its mouth, Xavier fuddles the invention in his hands. Hey, yes, anything else? I cannot remember how Arcana looked when she took up on her invitation a few days ago. Oh, you have no clue, do you? You see, the hangman didn't get replaced because of a natural cause. You mean hanging? I was talking about the last hangman. That's what happened a long time ago. Well, a bit over a decade ago, I think. You weren't around then. So what happened to the church? The guy who was assigned the role of hangman died the very same day he joined the church. And found a replacement since until Sage woke hanging up. The guy died the very same day he joined the church, you see? Right, and I guess probably what was going through Arcana's mind when she had that look on her face a few days ago. Still didn't point every single hangman was replaced because of natural causes. She pointed it over to Chariot and Wheel of Fortune. I mean, that fits the Arcana. We thought hangers would be able to steer clear the same fate, given that she technically died once. Says Xavier as it touches its non-existent chin. But who knows, right? Left with the second prison down on the Niter's Orlop a little while earlier. So I hope you've been enjoying your suffering so far. A man walks into the otherwise empty prison cell, his face silhouetted with his back against the sun. The creator, however, has no trouble recognizing the name. You didn't come here to poke fun at me now, did you? We're both nothing more than dead corpses trapped in coffins with the pasty, and well, yours is probably a little more expensive than mine, I suppose. I see you're the same old. And so is that ugly face of yours. They got most of your people up on the mountain. You heard from the city that old friend of yours is dead too. And so you're all done for. Every last one of you. Unfazed by Yin's derisive tone, the Creator remained seated squarely in his flank bed, his eyes fixated on the porthole. Well, we were all done for a long time ago. Goes around comes around, and I'm sure they saw this coming. Given how old he is, that didn't hit me as a surprise at all. Right, and I'm here to help you face the music. With it, Yin pulls something out of his pocket and places it on the plank bed. It's a pistol! Oh. Oh. Okay then. That went from like 10 to 100 real goddamn quick. Okay then. I brought this here for you and it's got a single bullet in there. Say, you don't think I'm going to rat you out, do you? What happened was written in Kalung's history, keeping a group of assassins from assassinating Lord of Kalung. Well, I guess would-be Lord of Kalung would have been a much more fitting title. Do you think everything you did was just go proof you wiped me out? You were the last one among your people that lived through what had happened. So I thought this would be fitting of you. Saying not a word, Kratos reaches for the pistol and picks it up. The gun weighs heavily in his hand. And then, befitting the last one of us, huh? Interesting how it all unfolds, he said it would. Tightening his trembling hands around the gun, the Kratos trains it straight. At Yin. Easy, just testing to see if I'm still alive. Scared, aren't you? On second thought, why would you be, though? Pretty sure you have another one handy up your sleeve somewhere. You should be. I'm the last of the Niger's prisoners, and it makes perfect sense that I die here. This time, though, you won't find yourself another ship that will be able to carry you. I may have said my last words now, isn't it? A same indeed. Yep, stay on top of the observatory. One can see the white line where the sea and the sky meet just right beyond the port. Over top of the city sits a flower pond that's been out of maintenance for far too long. Ruffled by a sudden gust of wind, the water in the pond ripples away at the unkempt wistaras. This is her favorite spot from which to enjoy a sweeping view of Kalong. Be it in the past or now. Hello, Q. Bloom mightn't be the one governing and responsible for the city. When her wings touch down, all she can see now, she realizes he can give her no more in return than what she can do for the city. Reciprocity, such is the principle on which everything operates. Following a term in the city, by Guy's projection appears by Q. Ma'am, they're back from the SIP. I saw them. I'm an extra still up at the observatory, and I've asked them they got the thing you need ready. Thank you, by Guy. Don't mention it, ma'am. There's just this one thing I haven't quite wrapped my head around, though. What is it? Based on the information, these people living outside the city seem self-sufficient. They even carried those CPFs into the city. I wonder if we have to go out of our way to do everything we have for them and their children. When they made the choice to fling home while we were caught up in fighting the punishing. Well, I wonder if the people of Kalung see us any differently, though. Kalung treats all fairly. However, they once deserted the city and felt the same of being who they were, or had the burning urge in them to once again set foot in it. We never hesitate to crucify those who have wronged or betrayed Kalung. But a mother never turns away her children. Traversing the battle-scarred observatory and past the dimly lit SIP, the wind carries onward where the sea and the sky meet. I'm so sick of the ever-changing politics and all the mind games. Science Council is developing this technology that they call Gestalt, and I'm going to join them. The only way to get rid of the imperfections in us and bring us ever closer to perfection is through absolute logic and rationality. The fact that never hit you all these years, the governance nothing more than a relationship that's built upon the mutual pretense and docility of he who governs and he who is governed. No, you don't get it all. You have no right to name her. Her name is Huaxu. She's going to be the only impeccable existence in this cursed city. Never meant to blame her blood brother. Her pedigree and her birth from Kalung are what set her life in stone. Always meant to be the one lone finch that's saying only for Kalung. The world, one is already one too many. But what about her chosen path, though? Had she the privilege to choose her own course in life? You might not try to You might have tried very hard to rid yourself of the imperfections in you, bring yourself ever closer to perfection, Viola. Interesting how the machines you made turned out more human than you, no? Ma'am? Anything else I can do for you? Just gotta mention Fox saying they're almost done with the data you need. Great, do it as I said. Might be a stupid question, but are we really just going to show people the data of Tabula Acasa? I see it as a way for us to express our gratitude to her. I see just one other thing. We had a woman from Babylonia visiting us at Kalung earlier a few days ago that we'd never seen before. When tonight our first thing coming to Kalung and seemed to have spoken with people on it. With it by a gaze projection now shows the photograph. Pictures run down breakfast canteen with a bizarrely dressed woman seen with conversing with Cheo faintly sits across her. Oh, her. I presume you know her, ma'am? Do you remember Duhang? Duhang from Astroverse Peru, I presume? Correct? But he died protecting the city, if my memory serves me correctly. Yes, except his wife took his name and lived on because I asked her not to return to Kowloon to avoid the battle. He's aged quite a bit over the years. He hasn't reached out to us at all ever since. He might not be the most active of people, but he does things with plans and never backs away from what's difficult, so I'm sure I know what she wants from out of her life. I see. I'll take my leave now, Mom. Following a wave of white noise, Bye Guy's voice vanishes. The smart strategist knows better than to get involved in the war itself. Yeah, you fucking coward. Past midnight, living souls are a rare sight down at the port by which Nighter is docked. Honging stands quietly by the sea, eyeing up the ship that many call their home. Hi, Honging. You! Why, hello there. Fancy seeing you here. People keep saying how you'd left for Kowloon. Are you not going back to the Nighter? I don't think I will. There are things I need to do in other parts of Kowloon. That's great. You're interesting how home can be so close yet so far, no? And yourself, aren't you going back? Lone Swan knows no home, and neither do we. I'm not going back because there are things I need to do, just like you. So, where's Yo-Yo? She's got her own things to do now on the Nighter and in Kowloon. There are people she needs to protect. She's not a kid anymore. Nodding her head, Hang finds herself sizing up the Nighter by Hanging's side. Should really pay Kowloon a visit sometime, though I mean who knows, Kowloon might just sign in all its former glory again somewhere down the road soon. Let's chat over some nice tea then, on me, of course. You light pats on Hanging's shoulder, Hang walks away while casting another look. With it, Hanging finds herself alone on the port. Rubbing the copper card in her hand, she gazes at the ship not so far away from her. The card that reads XII in her hand, she sees a hazy reflection of herself staring back this way from the surface of the water. The lone swan knows no home, stays but transiently in the pond of life. She can now tell reality from a dream. She can now tell life from death. That's why she no longer questions what a heart is. Her heart's very active, raising the question itself as answer enough to the question. Now only one answered question left. That with the waves against the bank is now representing time itself, ticks away on the land, and that's Kowloon. Amidst the sound of the wave, the night grows darker still, but the green figure can be seen no more. I make home where my heart finds itself in peace. On that night, deep from the embrace of Mount Hawaii, among the documents you received a few days ago from an unknown sender, Hang now finds the doorstep of the Kratos lab, located at the foot of the Grand Hall at its peak. Look at the lab near the site below the Grand Hall, now a parallel-sized temple that stares above. It's not the way up the mountain in the woods. Who would have guessed? This is the source code? Looking vacuum tube that stands over doesn't mean it's taller than an object any human with a normal vocabulary would have a hard time describing. Direct light and all sorts of color emanating from its crack, the object is a null hodgepodge of parts from printed wire boards and entanglement of wires. On it is the plethora of monitors, showing views from different locations in the mountain and the vague figures making their way through the passageway. The object can probably be described as a gigantic heart, one consisting of wires and chips, with data and electricity coursing through it as the blood. Aesthetics most likely was a major point of concern to the designer when this electric heart was built, and it's all the patches seen over it. It totally goes to show the taste of that bunch of lunatics, I suppose. Hang shakes her head, fingers working away over the control panel in search of what scan to look for. Hey, are you seeing this? Yeah, and yes, and the data is crystal clear. Black Steel Mechanics and Novies and Research Institute of Life Science and Evolution. They got this over the Roddy party, I see. Boxer came up with Tabula Casa. It's obvious that these hackers are trying to copy that. They even went as far as stealing the technology that Nari had come up with on brain science. They only had to replicate a tiny little part of Violet's technology, which is why they weren't able to build a second Guaxu in Tabula Casa. Nothing borrowed was ever groundbreaking. Never hurts to give things a try, no? I don't exactly have faith in something that a bunch of lunatics come up with. Do you believe in the Tabula Casa? It doesn't really matter if I do. The hard drive sitting on the panel is now transferring data at top speed. Dry hands, he rubs the hard drive, same gentleness that if it's either a crying newborn, empty carnal cell. Well, live on as bargaining chips for us, then. Grey Ravens, the website, you said this goes before, after goddamn fucking Wintry Shackles, not before. You lied to me. But yeah, interesting little thing. Interesting little diatribe about how consciousness and such works for the mechanoids. I liked it. However, I will say I would have liked it to be a little bit less flowery. You can definitely see the, how do I put it? Taps fingers. Growth pains? Growth pains. In, Kuro as they, develop and write the story. Speaking of growth pains... Yeah, speaking of growth pains, I will say... Hey, that Wuthering Waves did a subtle thing I don't think anyone here noticed, besides me. And I really, really like it. They did it, like, halfway through, I hugged the Xana. So, halfway through Rinisketa, and halfway through Raguna, halfway through Rinisketa, and, like, all the way through Septimont, Kuro stopped doing companion quests, and instead integrated them into the main storyline. I see this as a good thing, because that means we don't miss some story things because I forgot to do a side quest like gestures to Carlotta's grandpa being a fucking badass. I like that. That's a good change. Yeah, I could definitely see some of the growth pains from the writers here. Definitely preferred Wintry Shackles over that, but still, very neat exploration of the nature of consciousness for the awakened machines, and just the nature of what makes self-awareness. Yeah, definitely very neat. So, next time on Punishing Grey Raven, we will be going into Chapter 24, Chaos Unsnarled. An arc built around everyone's favorite dog-themed former lab experiment in number 21. No, wait, is it 21 or 13? I can never remember with her. Oh, hey, a new day passed.
Does that future you envision include you? The one I hold so dear? Commandant?
I'll answer that later. Dog. 21. Debating it. I'm debating it. Debating it, or I'm, debating it. Time is it? Roughly past midnight. Yeah, I think I'll call it here, just to prevent confusion with the, chapters. Just to prevent any, confusion when it comes to chapters, I will be ending it here. But yeah. 3 hours short for PGR stream, but the pacing for that spread up after that. Yes, it means I have spare time to finish some stuff IRL. So, thank you all for coming. Next time Coast will be live. It'll be live for some more Wuthering Waves. Expect to see me geeking out about that. But for all that I think the Kowloon parts of PGR tend to be the weakest parts of the story, I did like the exploration into the nature of the mechanoid's consciousness. I really hope they play with that more. I really hope they play with that more in the main storyline. Because that seems like it's going to be very important and very, very important later on. If I had to make any guesses at what the end game is going to be. Anyways, thank you all for coming. This is ArkosDawn, the coast that does the most. Signing out next time. Bye!